KWMC presents Town Talk Live. Town Talk Live is your community affairs and news program. We invite you to give us a call to Town Talk Live. Our phone numbers are 775-3591 and 775-3544. Give us a call and express your views and voice your opinions on issues concerning our community. And now, Town Talk Live.
Hey, good morning, everybody. ¿Cómo están todos? So I hope everybody is good as they can be.
We're back on the radio.
Back on the radio. We're glad to have, light here at the studios. Ya tenemos luz. Tenemos, un día más o menos. Menos de un día. We got less than 24 hours. I know a lot of people have lots of questions. A lot of people have concerns.
Yeah.
We have been trying to get all this information for you guys from our mayor, from our county judge. Lo único es que está difícil, ¿verdad?
Well, they're busy. They're trying to answer long hours.
And what both of them have said, the mayor and the county judge,
working together.
They're working together, but it's electricity.
Is it electricity?
We don't have water because we don't have electricity. And the grid is not controlled by the city or the county. It's controlled by
a committee.
A committee.
A committee. Ahora que sabemos eso, which
we know.
Which even the governor is not too happy about. He posted something on his Facebook page that, you know what, in light of everything that has happened, I think he's ordering an investigation. ERCOT with an investigation.
ERCOT son los que le pidieron it's Electric Liability Council of Texas mandated the ADP should stand down from restoring services to control the electric grid through the entire state. Pero bueno, eso es lo que mucha gente no entiende. Piensan que la luz la controla la ciudad, no. Ni el condado ni la ciudad. Lo está controlando un comité del estado de Texas que ellos están controlando, están diciendo, bueno, no les manden luz a todos porque si no nos vamos a quedar todo el estado sin luz. Eso es lo que dicen. Y no le crean que nada más es aquí. Nos hemos dado cuenta que es en San Antonio, que están haciendo lo mismo, que es en Dallas, que tengo hermanas, en Houston, que tengo hermanas, también tienen sin luz. Se las dejan 6 horas y luego se las quitan.
San Antonio ya no tiene agua en lugares ya también. Abilene ya no tiene agua también.
En ciertas partes, eso es lo raro, ¿verdad? Pero ahorita lo que vamos a hacer es hacer una llamada. Bueno, antes de eso queremos invitarles también que si ustedes tienen algún problema de llantas, pueden ir con nuestro amigo Albert, ahí de Lone Star Tire and Wheel, ya nos habló, estaban cerrados, pero ya están abiertos, abrieron el día de hoy. Claro, todo esto que estaban cerrados era para tratar de evitar pues que hubiera gente en las calles.
In las calles, his employees.
His employees and all that. So, besides the weather wasn't really good to go out to get to Texas, but now, if you have a chance, go to Lone Star Tire and Wheel. También, we know the people from Tractor Supply. We talked to them yesterday. We stopped by there. People were asking yesterday where they could get propane. Unfortunately, they say that they ran out of propane already. They said they ran out of propane. They ran out of propane tanks. They ran out of some flashlights. Most flashlights. They ran out of generators. They sold all their generators. So they sold out a lot of things that people are wanting right now. We know also Home Depot has been closed because they don't have power. Texas Community Bank doesn't have power. Brown Nissan of Del Rio doesn't have power. Brown Chevrolet or Brown Automotive doesn't have power either. So there's a lot of businesses that don't have power.
I got a message here from one of our great sponsors, is Skillets. Skillets is open currently right now. They are working on a limited line or menu. Like I said, they only got bacon and egg, potato and egg, sausage and egg, sandwiches, bacon and egg, and sausage and egg with limited menu and hours. So phone lines are still out. And also BWR from our family of Amezcua and Chavarria restaurants. BWR is closed. So eso viene de ahí.
Vamos a hacer esta llamada primero que tenemos para el día de hoy.
Big Dave's Appliance Repair also closed until further notice. También ahí los de Big Dave's. So definitely a list of businesses closed and open. Also, which we're going to get a hold of. We'll be having Mr. Raul Sanchez and Homer. They're going to give us some information about, they're going to be giving water out.
Paola, how are you? I wanted to see if we can speak with Anita from KWMC, please. Thank you. It's 9:50 here at Classic Kids KWMC. Si vamos, tenemos una llamada con la ciudad del Río. City of Del Rio, they're kind enough to give us a call. Say they wanted to say something to our citizens. So we're ready for that. Ahorita que nos
conteste.
También recordarles, ahorita vamos a tener una llamada con comisionado del condado, precinto número 4, Gus Flores. También él estaba ayer, el día de ayer, he was giving out, he's helping people fill out water, right? We know also, I think the county was giving out water at the fairgrounds.
At the fairgrounds yesterday.
Yes, we didn't get any information from there, but they did let us know that they were giving out their, I think it was a case of water for family or per car. Yeah. Okay. Or just tell us to give her a call, and we'll get back to her, or if she can get back to us. Thank you. It's 9:51 here at Classic Kids, 9:51. Están en una junta.
Están en una junta, así.
Ahorita nos hablaron, dijeron they were ready. We're setting up, we're getting everything ready. Pero vamos a hacer otra llamada.
And while you get that memo really quick, I got a couple pictures this morning, Del Rio, as you guys are looking on there. I got that's some generators there.
Oh, yeah.
That is some generator there that we did take a picture of this morning. That is at the water treatment plant. And that is our buddy Homer. Ironic, the spikes that we talked about, that I talked about that night.
Mr. Albert, ¿cómo estás? Guillermo Garza, KWMC, how are you? Oh, yes. Bien, gracias a Dios. Para que nos des tantita información, you guys are open now, right? You guys are open, ready to serve people with flats and stuff like that? No. Okay, sounds good. You're going to be there from what time to what time? Okay, so about 4 to 5 p.m. And number, if people need help, what number can they call you? Okay. 8033. 830-320-8033. That's your office number. And you're going to be there open today. How about tomorrow? Now, we know tomorrow the weather's going to be, colder. Are you going to open, or are you going to stay closed tomorrow? Okay, sounds good. So you guys need a flat, need any type of help with your flats, or are you doing roadside? Roadside also. Okay, if you guys need a help, maybe you got a flat, maybe you need your air filled, we'll give them a call. Give the office a call there at Lone Star Tire and Wheel, 830-320-8033. O le pueden hablar a nuestro amigo Albert, 507-4578. Those are his cell phone. That's his cell phone. Give him a call. Albert, thank you very much. God bless, and thank you. Ándale. Be safe. Bye-bye. 9:53, 9:53 minutos. Vamos a repetir tantito eso en español. Nuestros amigos de Lone Star Tire and Wheel ahí en Dr. Fermín Calderón Boulevard están abiertos. Están disponibles para todos ustedes. Si ustedes necesitan que le arregle una llanta, a lo mejor se les bajó. Ahora con tiempo de frío se bajan las aires de las llantas.
Sí, eso sí.
Con el frío se comprime el aire y marcan siempre que están más bajas. Si tiene una flat, llámele 507-4578. 507-4578. We got a phone call. Good morning, buenos días. Good morning, buenos días. Yes, Mayor, how are you? Good morning. This is Guillermo Garza along with Javier Martinez. How are you? Okay. And can you give us some information of what's been going on since we spoke yesterday?
The background music. The background music is too loud. Hey.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay. With the water. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Let me see. We're also working on getting the water hubs. We're trying to get more potable water distributed for those in our community. We're continuing to work on those stations, and we'll update that as soon as we get them online.
Okay.
Also, the city of Del Rio operations, as far as paying your water bill, anything like that, is currently closed until further notice. We have all departments and all staff available, hands on deck to try to provide assistance as we need to get all these items met for the next 24 to 48 hours. Again, this is an ongoing, unprecedented circumstance. I know that the county, school district, hospital district, we're all working in unison to make sure that we're fulfilling the community's needs. Please don't hesitate to call 830-775-2313 to get any information or updates on services that you may need. Please let us know through 775-2313 for those needs. If you have a non-emergency and you need police to do a welfare check, for example, please dial 774-2711 for non-emergency. We're trying to keep our police department out there and checking on people and also maintaining traffic control. As a reminder, public, if you're out there driving, those lights that do not have power become a four-way stop. Please, please, please drive carefully and slowly at these intersections. If you don't see a car coming, double check before you cross, because we're getting a lot of reports. People are just flying by these traffic lights without power. It becomes a four-way stop. It's just something that we just need to make sure that we try to maintain safety out there on these roads for our police and the public itself.
Okay. So just a quick recap. You are with ERCOT trying to get that settled, for more people.
I can guarantee you that every single mayor, every single judge is trying to get ERCOT to provide any update or assistance. We are on constant notice with them. We're notifying any senator that can take our call, Senator Gutierrez and Representative Morales from the state. We're trying to get any information out there to them to at least rotate for our neighborhoods that have not had power since day one. They just continue. It feels like it's falling on deaf ears, and we're trying to make sure that they understand the desperation that's now happening in our community, where we're limited on resources. Our grocery chains are limited, and it's just something that we're trying to get across these guys out there making these decisions that we need them to at least rotate to provide some relief for those neighborhoods that haven't had any power or heat. It's just something that we've been trying since day one, working nonstop.
Mayor, and I know you guys, I know you're busy, I know you're overwhelmed, I know Obviously, you hardly had any sleep, but obviously, we look at the Weather Channel, we see something like another brief cold front / some snow. Anything that we should be concerned about May? We're just now getting water back. What do you think? What are you thinking as far as that?
Well, we're monitoring that as the weather conditions again worsen, possibly for the next 24 to 48 hours. Mm-hmm. The good news is that we do have our generators here and activated, so hopefully that will keep our water system supplied through this next weather event. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're trying to desperately get, ERCOT to understand that we need to get the electricity rotated in our community. Yes. And I talked to Mayor Cifuentes last night at Eagle Pass, and the same thing. We're all. I can guarantee you that all the mayors and judges are working in unison to get ERCOT, basically off their chairs and out there to understand what they're doing. We have elderly that need oxygen. We have elderly that need dialysis. We have those citizens that with disabilities that cannot continue this any further. Mm-hmm. And Mayor Cifuentes and I had an extensive talk last night on what our plan of action is to try to get more pressure to ERCOT. And I can guarantee you that mayors throughout the entire state of Texas are doing the same thing, and they just refuse to budge. They're not hearing us out. Whatever plan of action that they have is obviously failing the residents and citizens of the state of Texas, and we're trying our best to get that effort processed and implemented to at least rotate the grid.
And we do have some text messages here that's saying that people, they're desperate because some know that the electricity is not being rotated as they want or as they're saying, and that's the bad thing, that people do know or are informed that it'd be nice if it'd be rotating. I know I have a sister in Dallas that she says, well, we get power for like 6 hours and then we don't have power for 12. I mean, that's rotating, so everybody can have a piece of electricity or a certain amount.
The update that I was listening to yesterday from ERCOT themselves, I honestly believe that they think that power is being rotated, and I don't believe that they're actually aware of whatever is actually on the ground because of their lack of oversight. I honestly do not believe that they are aware that neighborhoods have not had power since February 14th. Yes. I believe firmly that they're making these decisions based on incorrect data, and whatever messages that the mayors are getting to them is not being transmitted to the proper authorities to rotate our neighborhoods. And so we're continuing to try. I've talked to Ken Spy to get some media attention to this. We're trying to get Univision to get some pressure on this because, and that's the reason why I talked to Mayor Cifuentes of Eagle Pass, because our sister communities, all of us, we're feeling that big punch. All of our elderly, all of our those with disabilities and other circumstances that puts them in that much more critical danger. We're trying to get them. Some relief in the next 24 to 48 hours. And they've given us no timeline, which is another big hit for us because we have to make decisions based on the data that we have in front of us. And where I've authorized the closure of city operations another day today to focus on the critical infrastructure that we have here. All boards and committee meetings are going to be canceled until further notice. Because of that, I need staff to focus on maintaining the integrity of basically the skeleton of operations here to get our community safe, their safety needs met.
Yeah, that is something very important. Now, if you can repeat just another, that we have some listeners that weren't able to get on here on time about the water system. The water is starting to flow.
I'm sorry, say that again.
The water. They're asking about the water. Is it going to be reestablished soon, or is it? I know we
the
have
water
is
currently flowing. I know, again, the lower elevations in the city do have water. Some have full pressure again. So if you live in the San Felipe neighborhood specifically, check your faucet. It should be trickling out by now.
Okay.
We have other pump stations out there working with generators activated. So we have some of that system going. It's just going to take time to fill the water tanks that we have, the storage tanks, the Bedell, the Hamilton, Argarita, and all that. It just takes time to get those refilled. But once those are filled, the pressure should be back and flowing in throughout the city.
Okay.
We can't give a specific timeline when that would happen, but we do have the generators pumping water throughout the water system as of right now.
Okay.
And again, I just want to thank all of our counterparts at the county. Judge Owens and I have been communicating daily on updates on what's going on at his end and my end, so that we can ensure that we're getting the same message across to our elected officials up in Austin and ERCOT, and we're all working in unison as best as we can with our emergency management coordinators as well.
Mayor, and one more quick question. You know, from when we went through floods and everything, we will always have the Red Cross or FEMA. Can we have any of those entities tried to come out here and help us
We're
out?
trying to get federal assistance. I believe the governor is trying to get assistance as far as the federal declaration. That is obviously going to be outside of my control. We've been trying to get our consultants in Washington, D.C. to get any help, assistance from D.C., our elected officials, Senator Cornyn, Senator Cruz, Representative Gonzalez. We've been trying to get a hold of them as well to provide some kind of FEMA assistance, and we have not heard back from that yet. It almost feels like the Northerners just don't have not turned on the news to Texas. I'm not sure what to tell you guys. It feels like, you know, here we are, you know, without power for already 72 hours in some neighborhoods and throughout the whole state. And it's like, you know, by now, under normal circumstances, FEMA would have been activated and distributed to the whole state at this point, and it just hasn't happened. We're not sure what the disconnect is. You know, the governor, we don't know what his storyline is, but I'm telling you that I'm communicating with Mayor Cifuentes, Eagle Pass. He and I are working allies right now, trying to get all these messages across to all of the agencies that normally provide these resources to our community as well.
Yeah, that mayor is just like, you know, we lived up there in the north, and maybe just because they're saying, hey, we can deal with it, you guys can, but it's a totally different scenario for us.
We're
you
not
know?
used to
Right.
it.
Yeah.
We kind of laughed when we saw that the governor issued an investigation on ERCOT, and we're like, thank you for the investigation. We need ERCOT to rotate the electricity now. I know that I sent that to our state rep in much more charming words, because, you know, the judge and I were here and having that call, and we're just getting nada from ERCOT.
Yeah.
And the public, you know, they're probably like, what's ERCOT? And ERCOT is what's telling the grid to stand down, and this is the desperation that we're having. We need them to rotate our neighborhoods. We need them to rotate, you know, cities. You know, every single mayor that has power down is asking the same thing, and they're just not budging.
Geez. Mayor, and I know, you know, you drive around Del Rio, you've seen pictures. You know, what about all these people getting gas, you know, running out our gas? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see us in a situation for that.
Yeah.
We don't know. We honestly are trying to limit the resources. We have some available resources for emergency operations like fire and police. As far as the public goes, we haven't had any update as far as the supply chain. I know that we were talking to PICO, trying to make sure that we have propane and diesel for the community. If anything else, you know, if we have any more updates, we'll be sure to pass it along.
Okay.
We're asking, of course, you know,
Everybody stay
just
calm,
be patient
yeah.
with restoring, you know, the gas supply here. The roads obviously are not going to be in the best conditions to drive on. And we're constantly trying to update the state. I mean, this is what we're trying to do. We're doing our best with what we have here.
Appreciate it. Well, no, thank you, Mayor. Anything else you'd like to comment on this?
Again, just feel free to call 775-2313 for updates.
Okay.
And then call 774-2711 for non-emergency police assistance. And just be, you know, we're getting through this as best as we can, guys.
Okay.
You know, we're doing all that we can to provide, you know, our citizens, our community. And I know that I'm getting the blame for quote unquote not being prepared. And I ask you all to just use your best judgment. You know, we're trying our best to get everything back online. This is a multi-county, multi-state scenario. And we're trying our best. Mayors all over the state, judges all over the state are working as best as they can.
Thank you very much, Mayor, for this. I don't know if you can just repeat this in Spanish. Are you comfortable with that, or you want me to do that for you?
I'll have our public relations assistant Spanish to provide some. When we can, we'll post that online as best as we can in a Spanish update.
Okay.
You know, just que tenga presencia, ojalá que tenemos agua en la ciudad.
Yeah.
Que todo lo que puedo, you know,
Decirles.
ahora mantener fe y presencia en la comunidad.
Bueno, Mayor, thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for giving us an update, and we'll stay tuned whenever you need, you know, for us to be on the air or wherever you want. Just let us know, and we'll be over there.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
10:10 here at Classic Kids. Vamos a repetir tantito lo que dijo el Mayor. Aquí apunté todo. Quiere repetir que ya tienen pompas o tienen...
Llegan los
Ya
generadores.
llegaron los generadores a ciertas partes de
Ya
la
lo
ciudad.
están viendo, mira.
Como dicen también ciertas partes de la ciudad, las que están donde está el San Felipe Springs, lo que está
Sí,
bajito,
bajito, sí.
lo que está a ese nivel, ya tienen agua porque ese es, no necesitan que llenarse los tanques, pero hay partes de la ciudad que están más elevadas que todavía tienen que llenarse los tanques para que los puedan, bueno, restablecer, ¿verdad? O rellenar,
sí.
rellenar. Entonces dice que ya tienen pompas, ya están haciendo eso, ya tienen generadores, no pompas, perdón, generadores para poder alimentar esa agua. Lo de la luz, esto es lo que mucha gente no entiende. Y vamos a explicarlo tantito en español. El mayor, el juez, los comisionados, KWMC, KTDR, KDOK, ni una de nosotros, ni un político tiene nada que ver, y no podemos hacer absolutamente nada para que restablezcan la luz, porque hay un sindicato, se le puede llamar, hay una comisión, que es la comisión ERCOT. Es Electric Reliability Council of Texas. Es un concilio, ¿verdad? Un comité, un concilio, que ellos son los que controlan la luz en todo Texas. Entonces, ellos son los que están diciendo quién va y quién puede recibir luz y quién no. Todo lo que está diciendo el mayor, el juez, nos han dicho lo mismo, que ellos están tratando de hacer todo lo posible para que esta compañía o este consulado, como se le puede decir, este grupo de gentes o personas, hablen y le están hablando y decirles que, bueno, sí, sabemos que quieren que hacer rotaciones, pero hagan las rotaciones. Ejemplo, KWMC estuvo sin luz desde el lunes, desde las 5 de la mañana hasta ayer, martes, hasta las 2 de la tarde. Ahí fueron más o menos más de 24 horas sin luz. Ahora, hay partes que entiendo, mi hermana Minerva tiene desde el domingo a las 10 de la noche que no tiene luz.
Ese mi papá desde el domingo también.
Sí. Hay gentes que les va la luz y luego le regresa y así está. Bueno, eso sí quiere decir un roll, ¿verdad? Que están cambiando la luz. Por decir, les voy a hacer un ejemplo y no quiero que lo vayan a tomar mal. Yo en mi casa estoy afortunado y tengo luz desde que está pasando esto. Y yo pienso que debería ser algo donde, bueno, ya nos dejaron luz tanto. O ¿sabes qué, Junior? ¿Sabes lo que se puede hacer? Quítenle la luz a todos en el día, pero déjensela en la noche cuando está más frío. ¿Verdad?
Yep.
Oye, vamos a quitarle la luz a todos en el día, 4, 5 horas, 6 horas, para que no pase esto. Y luego le restablecemos la luz a las 6 de la tarde hasta las 8 de la noche o a las 8 de la mañana para que tengan y puedan dormir a gustos. Ese es el problema. Hay gente que tiene que hacerse diálisis, que no tiene dónde ir, porque el hospital está en la misma situación. Tienen generadores, pero parece que no están funcionando. Tienen agua. Ayer vimos una pipa del condado, del precinto número 2, que la estaba llevando y le preguntamos, oye, ¿a dónde vas a llevar el agua? Y dice, no, pues esta agua va directo al hospital para llenar sus tanques.
Y a los nursing homes.
Y a los nursing homes también, que necesitan para flochar los baños, ¿verdad? ¿Te imaginas si todos hacen el baño a la misma vez? Entonces, esto es lo que nos está diciendo el mayor. Hay que acordarnos, ERCOT es el que está controlando quién sí y quién no. Quién sí y quién no puede tener luz. No es el mayor, no es el juez del condado, no es Pancho Pérez, no es Guillermo Garza, no es Javier Martínez, no es nadie. Ellos son los que están controlando esto. Y ahorita, ya que estamos aquí,
well, con el superintendent first,
vamos con el superintendent.
Yeah,
Okay.
so aquí está el número, Memo. Here,
ya lo tengo.
You got it? Okay.
Su celular, ¿verdad?
Yeah, we'll go with the superintendent, and then in the studios here, one of what the mayor said, some good citizens that started giving water out from the creek is here, Mr. Raul Sanchez, to give us more information, but I think he might be doing that again. So definitely stay tuned after our call here with the superintendent of the school district. Hopefully he gives us, or if he answers, I did tell him 10:15.
Well,
Dr. Carlos Rios, good morning. Guillermo Garza and Javier Martinez from KWMC.
good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you today? God bless.
They're doing well.
Are you available for a quick interview? See what the situation on the kids are, school?
Yes, sure.
Okay. What information do you have for us today?
Well, unfortunately, we still don't have power in a lot of places throughout the city, and we don't have water in most places throughout the city. So, unfortunately, without power and without electricity, we can't open the schools.
Yeah.
unless we get better news this afternoon, we'll have to continue with the online schooling for the time being.
So, so kids are gonna have to stay home, keep doing their projects. On that day we called and we had bad cell phone service. People were asking, are they gonna have time to make up? I know you had mentioned that before, that they were gonna be, you guys were gonna be flexible on helping kids, that don't have electricity, that haven't been able to get internet, they're gonna have extra time to do their assignments, correct?
Sure, absolutely. We're going to work with every student afterwards. Right now, the important thing is that everybody be safe, and that they have good shelter and food. The assignments, we'll take care of those when power's restored, and we're going to be very understanding.
Okay.
So really, right now, parents, if you're able to have your children log on, then great. It'll give them something to stay busy throughout the day and productive.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't
Don't
obviously there's bigger concerns regarding meals and shelter and heat and water, and we don't want anybody to be worried about school, especially if there's no connectivity.
Exactly. Well, I want to thank you for always taking the time. I know this has been a difficult situation, not only for the school, but also for our city and for our county. Not being able to have electricity, and you are right, not being able to have electricity in schools, well, that's not going to help our kids. So that is something very good to have, and to let people know that you guys are going to be working with them as soon as everything turns back to normal.
Absolutely.
Yes, Doctor, it's really quick. So just kind of like on a day by day, and you're like in great communication with everybody, all the authorities, like our county judge and the mayor. Any, like I said, I know we do have a kind of another big storm coming. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like saying, hey, we're still waiting on guidance from authorities, no?
Well, I mean, not so much the guidance. We're just waiting on water and electricity to be available. And unfortunately, that's dependent on power being available, and that's not within the local authorities. That's within the agencies that govern the power distribution in the state.
Yeah.
So as soon as they let Del Rio have power, then we'll be able to move forward.
Ahora tantito de lo que nos dice en español, por favor, Dr. Carlos Ríos, superintendente de la escuela, si nos puede decir nada más tantito, lo más importante, que es que los niños, que todavía no hay luz, como dice usted, en ciertas partes, ¿verdad?
Sí, desafortunadamente ahorita, pues en la ciudad, la mayoría de la ciudad está sin luz, y la mayoría de la ciudad también no tiene agua. Entonces, si no hay luz y si no hay agua, pues no puede haber escuela. Entonces, por mientras, pues los estudiantes que sí puedan conectarse al internet, pues que sigan haciendo sus tareas en línea. Los que no puedan, pues no se preocupen. Entendemos que ahorita hay problemas mayores, que la gente necesita que ver qué hace para sus alimentos y para permanecer calientitos. Entonces no se preocupen si no tienen internet, si no hay conexión, ya nos atenderemos de eso cuando regresen. Ahorita hay problemas más grandes, y pues tan pronto y el Estado o las agencias que gobiernan la distribución de electricidad permitan que Del Río tenga luz, pues entonces ya va a haber escuela. Pero ahorita por lo pronto, pues aquí estamos ocupándonos de problemas mayores.
Bueno, pues agradecerle esta gran información y también pues agradecerle también que sean entendidos con la gente que está pasando por esta situación. No se esperaba más de usted y ni de todos los miembros del concilio del School District, ¿verdad? Gracias por esta gran información. Estaremos al contacto. Cuando tenga más información, por favor llámenos a mí o a Javier y con mucho gusto le haremos otra entrevista para mantener a nuestro auditorio informado, ¿verdad?, de lo que está pasando también con nuestros niños aquí en el distrito escolar.
Sí, esperemos que como para las 3 o las 4 de la tarde tengamos un anuncio para lo que va a pasar mañana.
Bueno, pues también gracias, le agradecemos la llamada, Dr. Carlos Ríos, que tenga bonito día. Hasta luego. So it's 10:20 here, Classic Kids, yeah. These are people have been without power, freezing. People have been out without electricity también. Muchos no tienen luz, no tienen agua. Pero hablando del agua,
Del agua.
fíjate que
Help is here.
Tenemos a Superman aquí.
Superman.
Mr. Super Sánchez, ¿cómo está?
Super Sánchez.
Super Sánchez. Well, first of all, man, I'd like to thank you for we saw you yesterday.
Yeah.
And that melted my heart, to be honest. I don't want to sound,
Don't say
Pero-
that around him.
no, pero you know what?
Toughest man
Hey,
in the Oreo right
yeah,
now.
pues él sí, yo no. You know, you did something that, like, when I asked you, why did you do this? And he's like, well, if I was going to do it for myself, better,
Yeah.
better help somebody else. I mean, so that's something that I admire, and I think you've always been that type of person to help our community. I know you're a businessman. You're an awesome businessman. You're a businessman that stays here in Del Rio, that, learn how to do roofing.
Yeah.
You do it well. I haven't had any problems with the work you've done.
Good.
So I can vouch for that. But, putting that aside, opening your heart and helping all the citizens.
Yeah.
I mean, just in the time we were there, we could say we could see 50 trucks pass by.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You were there from what time to what time? So people know.
I got there about, I want to say about 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock?
Really?
Yeah. And see, we left, and the way this all started was, it was kind of funny, we're sitting there, and it's like everybody else, you're just trying to wait it out, but it's different when you can see the end in sight,
Yeah.
right? Because you say, okay, well, let's tough it out a day or 2 days, and then we're good.
Yeah.
But
After one or 2 days,
after
you're
2
like,
days, there's no end in sight.
We gotta do something.
You got to do something,
You gotta
right?
do
And it's kind of like
something.
you look right, you look left, and then nobody's stepping forward. And like, well, what's going on? We hadn't gotten any word from any water distribution or anything like that. And so anyway, I told my oldest son, and I told my cousin's boyfriend. I said, hey, you know what? I said, working on a drilling rig for 14 years.
Make it happen.
It's kind of the same thing.
Make it happen.
That's what Junior said when he saw you. Oh, well, we're drillers.
We make it happen.
So
make it happen, yeah.
So I told him, I said, I called Homer right away. I mean, Homer deserves a lot of credit. That guy has been nonstop. He's been left and right. So I told him, I said, you know what? I said, let's go to Tractor Supply, see if we can find something. So we went over there, and yeah, we had to kind of piece things together to make it work or whatever. It was dark in there. The guy had to write us out on a paper.
Oh yeah, Albert's doing a great job there also at Tractor Supply. We stopped by there yesterday because we have people asking about propane. There's people that you call these companies, maybe they don't have anybody there because they're people weren't allowed to go to out, or they weren't able to go to work. But we saw the line of Picos. We already mentioned that Picos is serving. We saw that since yesterday.
Yeah.
We asked Albert. I know they also fill propane, and we did give out the information. He has no propane left. He already sold everything. He's got no propane tanks left. He's got no generators left. And ¿qué más nos dijo? Flashlights. I mean, he ran out of flashlights.
Yeah.
And but he does still have. You need food for your pet. Any type of. They're doing it the old-fashioned way because they don't have electricity.
Yeah, they were doing
He
it with pen and paper.
We're doing it with pen and paper. We'll give you a receipt. We'll write it out. We'll charge you. They're only accepting cash. That's something that you did mention.
Yeah.
But they're going to be open. Tractor Supply is going to be open from 11 to 5 today. If you guys need anything, but they don't have all the items that we just mentioned. Sorry,
Right.
sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
So
So
also trying to,
Yeah, so
move.
we went over there, and we picked up a pump, a good 2-inch pump. I think it puts out like 1,400 gallons a minute. I mean, that thing is fast,
Yeah.
right? And then so I went back to my office over on Gibbs, didn't have any gas, So and I called Homer back. I said, hey Homer, where can I find gas? He said, I got a little bit in my truck. Meet me at my house. So we hightailed it to Homer's house. Got a little bit of gas. I gave him all my gas tanks. I went to the creek and I got it rolling. Started. At the beginning, not a lot of people knew what we were doing. I was trying to get people over there to me to kind of help them out. Once they saw on the line, I mean, we had the line all the way back up to the
light.
De la Rosa, yeah. We had the line all the way back over there. So Homer came through with the gas, and it helped us continue to run.
Yeah, and there was also another gentleman there helping out people.
I believe his name is Mr. Well, my son
was getting it. Hey, man,
Yeah.
that's a day to set an example, Raul. You did a great job there. Hey, man, we'll call Homer so he could join in this conversation. I sent you his number. I know he, really quick, Raul, I think you guys are setting up again today.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be there about 3 o'clock. I've had some people call me and said, "Hey, if it's not too much trouble, I got a big tank, like the 300-gallon tank." I said, "We'll fill those things up like in 3-4 minutes, so it's not a problem."
And if I'm not mistaken, I should have one of those pumps, so I might take mine also there and help people out.
Nice.
I just remember my wife told me, "Didn't you have one of those?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know where it's at, but I'll look for it."
Yeah.
I have the lawnmower gas. I'll take it over there and help you guys out to fill out as much.
And
as
I think
can.
I think it's that Homer wanted to say.
Yeah.
I think he has I think he's doing like free gas for houses that have generators, and I think he's not charging them. I don't know for specific, but I think he wanted to say something like that too. I know I reached out to my buddy Corey from Arkwright. He will be calling me and all of us three here to see how. I think he has some manpower that he's gonna send your way.
Sounds good.
Send your way too to get it faster. And then with Memo's pump, not everybody has water. I don't want to ocupado Homer, but hopefully we'll wait till see.
He'll give us a call back.
So hopefully we get a good help out there with your pump, Memo.
Yeah.
And a lo mejor he's probably taking a call from somebody.
Yes, you reached 24.
Yes.
Está ocupado. But definitely that's us trying to help the community.
Yeah,
Great job, man. Hell of a job.
There's a lot of people also concerned. They haven't had electricity for 48 hours, more than 48 hours, so their refrigerator's starting to go, all the food. And that's something that also concerns a lot of people that, sometimes with the pandemic that's going on, they're barely able to make it. It's hard.
It is.
I mean, it's something that but they're asking, when is the light coming back? Nobody has a correct answer for that.
Yeah.
And we've been asking our county judge, we've been asking our city mayor, we can ask anybody, and they all give the same answer. So it's not them, it's ERCOT. ERCOT is a council that gets together and they decide about the electricity in the state of Texas, not only in Del Rio,
right?
But it's the whole state that's going through.
I think the only ones that are exempt from ERCOT is El Paso.
El Paso?
El Paso is
El Paso runs on their own because they had this situation back like 10 years ago.
Okay.
So then they did their own thing. So they're and of course they have rolling blackouts when the entire state doesn't see it. They have it. You know what I mean?
They still have to do it anyway.
They still have to do it anyway.
And this is something that we haven't seen and we're not used to. Because we've never had to go through this.
Right.
But now that we learned, I ordered some kerosene because I got a kerosene here at the house, just in case. But I didn't. ¿Para qué quiero kerosene? Pues y luego huele bien feo, ¿verdad? O sea, ¿para qué lo quiero? Ay, pero ahorita que lo quisiera, no lo tengo. So I mean, we all just have to do it, and this doesn't happen. There's people, saying, well, they're not doing a good job, then the council's not doing a good job. It's
really not, and as much as politics, I try to stay away from politics as much as I can, but
it's hard.
But as much as they try to involve like whatever your views may be, because I have completely different views than everybody else, right?
Yeah.
So whether you're blaming the mayor or the judge, it's really not their fault.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Bigger.
Now there's some people that are saying, what's their fault? There's no light. They're not pressing. Their hands are tied, just like all our hands are tied.
Yeah. The best thing we can do is help each other.
Is help, exactly.
Help each other like you did.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the best thing we can do.
And it was funny. We whenever they were bringing the generators, Raul, whenever they were bringing these generators that you're seeing here, we went this morning to take a picture. And I hate to say it, but those spikes that I talked about?
Oh, yeah.
Those spikes that I talked about, well, guess what?
Yeah, they hit them.
They hit them, and Buddy from Homer from Off-Road Recovery out of his own, he went and said, hey, I'm gonna go get those over there so they can finish the job and take those generators.
So check this out. So from what I saw, is the generator at the hospital was running low on fuel, right?
Yeah.
Homer gets there and gets them filled.
He did this. He went to Stat too.
Okay, he went to Stat.
Yes.
And then Spectrum,
Internet, right?
The Internet, their generator was going low, so he gets them filled. Homer, right? From
Off-Road Recovery. Yes.
And then the Eagle Pass Spectrum, so he helps them out.
Yeah.
And then the same day he comes out and helps me over at the creek.
Yeah.
And then later that night he's helping them get that generator fixed. So this guy has been. I was telling my wife and my kids, I said, this guy's really putting the town on his shoulders. And trying to
getting it there, man. So Raúl, you'll be there at 3, ¿no?
Yeah, vamos a hacer también otra llamada, ya que está aquí nuestro amigo Sanchez.
Super Sanchez.
Super Sanchez.
And like I said, we're laughing. And it's because we're by all means we're not trying to make this or deem it. I know there's people out there with no light. Like I said, we're just bringing you guys information, and it's a conversation,
Right.
But just to remind everybody, Raul will be there at the creek, hopefully with some more manpower. I know I did reach out to Corey from Mark Wright Welding and Truck Accessories. He will be on a phone call with you and Homer sometime this before 3 to see how he can help.
Okay.
I try to get a tanker for you guys.
All right.
I tried to get a tanker so you can take it to the Buena Vista area, but I haven't reached out. I reached out to somebody, and I have yet to get an answer back regarding if he can help or not. But I'm trying my best out there and resources that I have.
Please leave your
to
message
see
for-
if we can. There, so
Bueno, le estamos tratando de llamar ahorita, ya habíamos hablado antes del programa con el comisionado, también Gustavo Flores, él también dijo que se iba a poner a las 10, comenzando a las 10, ahí en el Duck Pond,
Okay.
en el famoso Duck Pond. Dice que le pidió favor al dueño de poder ir a sacar agua de ahí porque esa es propiedad privada, y le dijo que sí, no hay ningún problema, si es para la ciudadanía y para ayudar, dale gas, le dijeron. Entonces estaba ayer sacando igual que tú.
Yeah.
Tenía una máquina ahí, o dos, si no me equivoco, eran dos. Estaban llenándolos, los llenaban y luego que. Y sí, iba gente con tanques grandes, tanques medianos, tanques chicos. What are some of the types of containers that you saw so people know what they contain?
So, I mean, from the biggest one was like the 350-gallon tanks.
Those white ones?
Yeah, I mean, it was taking us like 3 to 4 minutes to fill them up, which is really fast,
yeah.
right? There was some people that had like their horse troughs.
Okay.
They would put a little horse trough in the truck. Ice chests.
Ice chest.
You
That's
know,
what I did. I have a pool in the back, so I got a big ice chest, and
Yeah.
I put water in there, and I took it inside because it was cold.
Yeah.
It was cold. The water in the pool was cold. Now, the other thing that you got to, like me, I have to take into consideration is that I can't let the water run too low because then,
it won't
especially
recirculate.
it won't recirculate, then my pipes will
Yeah.
break. You know,
Yeah.
you got to keep it running. So I only have a certain amount of time, so or of water that I can use. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm also, seeing the possibility of go filling out and help you guys
Yeah.
out there. Nos
I mean,
ponemos
so
como
anything,
ayer,
it doesn't matter what you want to bring, whether it's, okay, so just one thing, the trash cans from Red River,
Yeah.
I know some of them I saw that were really clean,
Yeah.
they were really, really clean, but they have a handle right there, right in the middle.
And that's where it leads.
So,
Sale el agua,
so
¿no?
I fill them all the way to the top, and by the time you get home, it's probably going to be halfway,
Halfway.
so, I mean, they do leak,
Or what they can do is put a trash bag in there, right?
A trash bag, yeah, and I
something
try
to
to do my best to keep that trash bag from falling out,
Yeah.
The
But
only
it's
thing,
hard also with that water pressure coming
Yeah.
out. There's no way to control it.
there
so-
isn't, and if I turn, I try to choke that little pump down, but then it kills it,
Yeah,
so
it
I
kills it.
can't. I try to regulate the pressure somehow, but I mean it's very difficult for me to run back and forth. So it was just easier for me just to fill them up as quick as I could and
It was
go.
hard. It was hard for Adan?
My boy,
Yeah,
Aaron,
Aaron.
Aaron,
It was hard for him.
he was in charge
He
of.
was in charge of the pump.
Yeah. So
know.
so I've got a 13-year-old son, right, and he's really soft spoken, and the kid already lays shingle, and he's up there on the roof with me sometimes. And I told him, I said, here, your job is to pump. I said, make sure it doesn't vibrate off into the creek.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
said,
fall down there. Yeah.
2, make sure it's got fuel, and 3, make sure that it doesn't, it stays throttled up the whole time. So he did a good job. He was, like I said, he's a soft-spoken kid. And we had a lady for the older folks. If you need help, my son will be there. I'll have a couple other guys there helping me. Just let them know, and they'll help you with the cans.
Okay.
Do not take advantage, because there were some younger kids. I'm just saying this, being the man that I am.
Yeah.
If you're able to carry your bucket to us, do it. I had some kids that were 18, 19 years old telling us to go get their buckets out of their truck.
Nah, pues no.
You know,
¿cómo?
I'm not going to send my 13-year-old boy to go get, for a 19-year-old kid.
Yeah,
I mean, we're trying to help everybody out. By no
And
means,
a faster way.
I'm not
too.
trying to be rude or anything, right?
No, but we all got to do our part.
Right,
I mean,
right. Do your part.
If you can get the water cans down,
Yeah.
hey, we're helping.
There was some older folks that my son would go over there and get the buckets, and of course the kid he weighs about 60 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah.
He's a skinny kid, but he was helping him
He was
out.
helping him out, yeah. But
Bueno.
by all means,
So from
poquito en
10,
español.
from 3 to about 5 or 6, because it gets cold, after that. I think 6 is a good time to stop because
Yeah.
yesterday we were there, it was about 4:30, and it was It was breezy. It's
Yeah,
cold.
it was
You know,
cold.
that's the only thing I'm gonna have to go buy me some those
Water boots.
Water boots. 'Cause
Water boots, right?
Yeah,
you
my
really
boots
need
were
those.
soaked. When I'm wearing a different pair of boots today, but
Yeah.
my feet were soaked. My son got in the truck yesterday. He was completely wet from his
Yeah.
waist all the way down his toes. I know Isaac was all
Yeah.
muddy and nasty. So
That don't bother us though. Raul.
no. I
That don't
told him.
bother
I said, you know what? This is what I live for. I like it.
Many years that we did out
Yeah.
there, no, Raúl, many years.
Yeah.
Raúl, muchas gracias. Va a estar Raúl ahí
Sí.
en
En español, sí. Vamos a invitar a todos que quieran ir ahí al San Felipe Creek ayer. Si se pueden ir por la calle de la Rosa y luego bajan por el creek, ahí los vamos a estar ayudando. Llega usted nada más, ponga lo que tenga atrás. Sí, vaya en la troca, ¿verdad? Porque
Sí.
los carros sí pueden ir, pero está más difícil llenarlo.
Sí.
Si ustedes van en la troca, lleven su tronca y lleven lo que tengan atrás. Lo que sí está diciendo Raúl es que si llevan los botes de Red River, ahí donde está la manejera, ¿verdad? donde
medio,
además donde lo
sí.
gancha
Sí.
la máquina, ¿verdad? Antes los ganchaba de ahí tira el agua. Hay que tener mucho cuidado, no les va a llegar tanto. O sea, si se los llenan hasta arriba, al último le va a venir llegando la mitad.
Sí, o a lo menos que cuando lleguen a la casa le saquen el agua para que
Rápido,
no se tire
sí,
toda.
Exactamente. O ponerle un tipo de protección ahí o una bolsa de plástico para que les dure también. Esto es lo que está recomendando, pero los que quieren ir, dice que van hieleras, van con tanques de agua, van con, más que nada, pues hieleras y botes. Así es que vamos a contestar esta
Sí.
llamada, a ver quién es. Good morning, buenos días. Good
Sí,
morning.
muy buenos días, solamente para ver si podemos hacer un comentario.
A ver, dígame, ¿qué comentario quiere
Sí,
hacer?
pues mira, ahorita que estamos hablando de los problemas que están pasando aquí en la comunidad,
Ajá.
al andar aquí alrededor, nos hemos dado cuenta que muchos semáforos de las principales arterias no están funcionando.
Así es.
Y se forman unas colas bien largas, ¿verdad? Y precisamente ahorita que el combustible está escaso.
Ajá.
Nomás mi pregunta, ¿verdad? Sería para la ciudad, para el policía de la ciudad, de que, o sea, en situaciones como estas, me imagino yo que pudiéramos tener allí algunos agentes de tránsito, ¿no? Dirigiendo las grandes arterias de perdido en las horas pico, pero no se ha visto nada, ya son varios días,
Fíjese que-
y hasta la fecha no lo han hecho.
Bueno, ahí sí le voy a no contradecir, pero ayer yo sí vi, pero eran los DPS, los departamentos de Public Safety, ¿verdad? Los negros con blanco. Ellos sí estaban tratando de dirigir el tráfico. Ese no es el trabajo de ellos, ¿verdad? Como dice usted, sí, debe de ser de la ciudad. Lo que nos comentaba el mayor ahorita es que muchos de los policías están haciendo welfare checks, que se les dice es ir a revisar a la gente mayor, a ver si están bien, a ver si están, ¿cómo se dice? Pues sí, a ver si están bien o si no se les hace falta nada. Hay gente que viven fuera, no tienen a parientes aquí cerquitas, pero sí tiene muy buen punto. Hay que ver eso, nada más que sí, como dice él también, cuando hay las luces flasheando o no hay luces, se convierte en un 4 altos, ¿verdad? Ahí todos deberían de tomar consideración, pero bueno, sí, hay que, sí, la vamos a hacer esa, ahorita
Porque disculpe que lo interrumpa, digo,
Sí.
al igual que el amigo, ¿verdad? Que está repartiendo agua, digo, yo cuando miré esa situación, es que yo lo hacía, yo era voluntario en otro estado, y
Ok.
cuando pasaban situaciones al respecto,
Tenían la policía ahí,
bueno, no,
¿verdad?
es como tú lo acabas de decir, ¿verdad? No necesariamente que los policías ellos están ocupados en otra cosa, pero no creo yo que aquí en Del Río no haya voluntarios, ¿verdad? Que
Eso es lo que no.
puedan ser entrenados durante las temporadas tranquilas, ¿verdad? Para cuando un evento
para
como
esta
este.
emergencia, ¿verdad?
Digo, a mí hasta me daban ganas de verdad de bajarme y controlar ahí un poquito el tránsito, porque había unas colas bien largas y,
Sí.
y hay gente con
Pues
emergencias.
los
y
esperamos allá a
necesidades.
las 3, si nos pueden ir a ayudar, ¿verdad? Para que, como dice usted, puedan ir a dirigir el tráfico.
Así
Sí, y tiene
comienza
razón.
todo, con un pensamiento y,
Sí, y luego que se haga.
Y el
Con
primer
hechos.
paso es salirse del carro y hacer algo,
Le,
¿verdad, Raúl?
Ándale.
le agradecemos la llamada y sí vamos a tomar, ahorita lo vamos a anotar. Y sí
A
le vamos
usted su tiempo, ándale,
hombre,
muchas gracias.
No hay ninguno,
Que
para eso
pasen buen
estamos.
día.
Ándale igual. 10:38. Ahora sí dice que ya le podemos hablar al comisionado Flores para que nos dé bien la información.
So, like I said, speaking of that, guess who just got you a water truck?
Who's that?
My friend Robert Montes from Red River.
Oh, awesome.
He is gonna. I just sent him a message. I was telling him 3 p.m. over there by the creek, so we can fill it up. And head
Yes,
that
sir.
way.
Commissioner, ¿cómo está? Disculpen que los interrumpa. Ya estamos con el comisionado del precinto número 4, Gustavo Flores. Commissioner. Me colgó.
Or probably
Comisionado.
No. It's because the service is bad over there.
The service is really bad there.
You saw my live over there?
Yes.
Man.
It took
let's try to give him a call again.
It took us forever to be able to load that. Service is bad, especially you're close to the edge of the river.
If it all goes well, Raul, we'll try to see if we can send water to other parts of town.
Yeah.
Maybe, I think one that will interest me is maybe that Roswell Hotel.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe fill one up and send that way. But definitely, that's something we can talk about between all of us here in a little bit once I get off the program and hash those details out.
Yeah, and we need to go get ready too.
Hello.
Commissioner, ¿cómo está? Buenos días.
Bien, buenos días.
Buenos días. Oiga, nada más para que nos dé información. Me imagino que ya está ahí en el duck pond, en el famoso duck pond, echando agua, o todavía no.
Aquí estoy, Memo. Aquí estamos.
Ok, ahí va a estar hasta qué horas el día de hoy.
Hasta las 6 de la tarde, Memo.
Ok, de 10 a 6 de la tarde. Algo
Sí.
que necesite que se le ofrezca, o qué le pide a la ciudadanía que haga nada más para que esto se pueda hacer de una forma controlada y tranquila.
Pues mire, para hacer las cosas más fácil para los muchachos, que no traigan 1 gallon containers.
Okay.
Yes.
De esos de leche no, porque es muy difícil llenarlos de agua.
Con la
porque
pipa grande.
Sí, las bombas de agua, las mangueras son de pulgada y media. Si hace más tiradero que lo que le va a entrar al bote ese. De 5 galones para arriba, hasta 400, 500 galones, los que quieran. Aquí se los llenamos.
Ok. Entonces lo que recomienda es que lleven algo grande, ¿verdad? Como unas hieleras grandes, que lleven botes de basura grandes, que estén limpios. Bueno, no tienen que estar tan limpios porque lo van a usar para
barricas.
Ok.
Yeah.
Barricas.
Ahorita son tiempos de emergencia, hasta los botes de la basura, los trash cans.
Sí.
Nomás que los limpian, se los lleno de agua.
Ok.
Ahorita estamos en emergencia, eso pueden usar lo que puedan, tráiganselo.
Ok. Bueno, agradecerle la llamada, agradecerle el trabajo que hace para el precinto número 4. Ahora, ¿esto nada más es para el precinto 4 o puede ir cualquier persona?
No, claro, está abierto para todos, Memo, pues no, es algo que no se puede controlar y no lo queremos controlar. Nosotros estamos aquí para toda la gente en general. Claro, estamos en el precinto 4, pero es para toda la gente en general, para toda la ciudadanía de Valverde, de la ciudad del Río. Todos son bienvenidos, todos somos una comunidad.
Bueno, agradecerle, comisionado, por esta información. Ahorita lo vamos a repetir tantito en inglés, a ver si nos puede ayudar. For the guys that, want to get some water, need some water for their, for the restroom or even to take a shower. Yeah, it's going to be at the duck pond. Yeah, you can go there, but it's for everybody in our city. So anybody that needs help. The only thing that our commissioner is saying that to take big canisters, your water or trash cans or, big water coolers. That way they can fill them up easier. And I think that's something you had a problem with too, right?
Yeah, we had trouble with it yesterday because people were bringing us like the little blue 5 gallon. I mean,
it's hard to
It's
fill
so hard. All it did was get us all wet, So the bigger the opening on the container, the better.
Yeah. Okay. Comisionado, gracias. Y,
Memo, one thing that I want to say very important.
Yes, go
At
right ahead.
the community center, I have the monthly food distribution taking place today. That's for the elderly people, 60 and older.
Food distribution.
So for those that didn't get a phone call, come by and get your food, your bags.
Okay, ese va a ser el día de hoy. ¿De qué horas a qué horas?
Hasta las 5 de la tarde.
Hasta las 5 de la tarde, food
Y
distribution.
mañana vamos a continuar. Con los que no hayan podido ir hoy, mañana se va a continuar la distribución esa de comida.
Ahí en el Community Center van a estar ahí todos los de 60 y más, ¿verdad?
Yes, sir.
Que puedan ir para todo eso. Bueno, ok. Le agradezco toda esta información y que tenga buen día, y si necesita algo, pues nos avisa.
Gracias, Memo.
Ándele,
Igualmente.
Dios lo
Adiós.
bendiga, hasta
Gracias.
luego. 10:43, 10:43 here at Classic Hits, 10:43. Food distribution también dice que va a tener for 60 and over, all the people. That's something that they might need right now. They'll be needing especially for this cold weather.
Absolutely, because HEB is out.
Yeah.
It was
Empty.
chaotic. Yeah.
They're asking about the other bottle distribution. We did send a message to our judge. I know he's super busy. A ver si nos puede contestar y podemos hacer un interview también. A ver, ahorita espero su llamada o su mensaje. Pero sí, si nos dan información, claro que sí, que nosotros lo vamos a poner. como decíamos también, ahorita ya consiguieron una troca, a lo
Yeah, we'll
mejor
try
irse
to
a
see.
parar a ciertas partes. You can
Yeah.
go, you know, park there at a park in different areas, right?
Yeah.
You go and park there y los que quieran ir a llenar.
There were some
Also-
people commenting on it, said, they were telling me, don't take so much water, you know, you're going to lower the levels of the creek.
No, hombre,
There is no way I am going to lower the level of the
No
creek.
way we're gonna empty that out. There is no
Ayer
way.
decía, no te la acabas porque me quiero ir a bañar en el summer. No, hombre, ese
that
siempre
ain't-
está.
That's a spring.
It's
That's
a
a
spring,
spring.
so it's always flowing.
Whatever
so
water I don't take out of that creek is going to go hit the river. It's going to
it's
end
gonna-
up somewhere else.
Laredo, you
yeah.
go pass somewhere over there. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Vamos a ver, we got another phone call. Let's see. Good morning, buenos días. Good morning,
Sí,
buenos
buenos días.
Sí, dígame, buenos días.
Oye, mira, es una pregunta medio... mira, tengo una cita para conseguir la segunda vacuna de Eagle Pass, pero no hallo a dónde llamar. ¿Saben ustedes algo de eso?
De Eagle Pass.
De Eagle Pass,
no,
no,
fíjese, no tenemos nada de información.
Y de aquí del río, señor, para decirle la verdad, no hemos alocado más vacunas así, pero el momento que nos llegue información sobre las vacunas de los que ya recibieron la primera, que están esperando la segunda,
Aquí en Del Río,
aquí en Del Río, nosotros sí nos dan la información de la ciudad, igual como el condado, pero del condado de
Eagle
Maverick,
Pass, ¿no?
No
pero
tenemos nada,
sí,
pero-
podemos hacer lo que podemos, para buscarle la información y luego decirlo el viernes si Dios quiere, señor.
Ok, bueno,
¿cuándo-
muy agradecido.
oiga, ¿y cuándo
Estoy oyendo el radio a
oiga,
ver qué
¿y cuándo,
información tienen.
¿y cuándo tiene la cita?
Hoy,
Hoy la tiene la cita.
pero no sé si esté abierto o no, ¿entiendes?
Mire,
Por la cuestión.
Le recomiendo que llame ahí a la ciudad de Eagle Pass, ahí ¿cómo se dice? City Hall. Es el 830-773-1111.
Sí.
A ver si ahí
Ok.
le pueden dar información, al 830-773.
Bueno, gracias, muy
Ándele,
amables.
ándele, sí, no sabemos nada de eso, fíjese, no tenemos ningún contacto.
Del
Ah,
condado de
del
Maverick,
condado de
pero
Maverick.
we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out, but definitely as far as Valverde County and the city of Del Rio, that we do get information of regarding COVID vaccinations. Obviously, that's probably going to be honest with you guys, has been put on the back burner, not only because obviously that transportation has been halted because the roads have been bad, people are not going to work, UPS has not been working, so there's a lot of delays, not only in your current Amazon packages that I'm waiting for, but in everything. So something that this was coming, Raul, from our good friend Randes.
Oh, Danny.
Are you giving out spring water or ranch water? 3 o'clock va a estar Raúl at the creek, guys. 3 o'clock a las 3 va a estar ahí otra vez. Dios quiere. Muchas gracias, Raúl, for stopping by.
No problem.
Really quick, mira, you're helping out the community. I know they helped you out, but the reason you were, we need to talk about roofing really quick because, you let alone you're a sponsor of Town Talk Live, but, if there's a chance to help out Raúl just like he's helping us out, what great info do you have of some Sanchez Roofing Services?
I mean, for the rest of the week, we'll be closed down, of course. Our main focus is to, we'll be out at the creek as long as people need us there, you know. So, I mean, for the most part, our business is put on hold just like everything else. The community comes, kind of ahead of everything.
But when
I mean, if the community opens back up and we open back up, and we'll get back to going. I mean, we're still roofing 3-4 houses a week.
Okay.
Still finding a lot of hail damage. Yeah, so inspections and estimates. I mean, we're still,
We're still working.
We're still
going at
going.
100%. We got a phone call. Good morning, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Dígame, buenos días.
Yes, I was one of the lucky winners on Fridays. I went Friday to pick up the coupon. I was there exactly by 12. Ya iban volado.
No, hombre. Bueno, mire.
And then Monday and Tuesday was with this kind of crazy weather we're having. So I was going on. What's going on?
We'll have it here for you.
Yeah,
Aquí
we're
lo
here till
tenemos. El día de hoy.
He got here for 12 o'clock. I did not have a key to get to the coupons. For
Oh, okay. Bueno.
Okay.
Sí, pero aquí vamos a estar hasta las 12 si quiere venir. ¿Qué es lo que se ganó?
Okay.
¿Qué es lo que se ganó?
Me gané grand prize. Get the pizza and
the flowers. Okay, pues aquí va a estar. That was the Valentine, so a ver qué,
qué nos dicen
a ver
ahí
qué le dicen
sí.
ahí en Happy Balloon, sir, but definitely aquí van a estar in the...
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All right, gracias.
Thank
Si
you.
no está hoy, puede venir el viernes. Con
Yeah.
mucho gusto, aquí lo esperamos. Dice que sí, pues no tenían llaves. Sí, 10:49, 10:49. ¿Qué más tenemos? Pues nada más, es todo por el día de hoy. Vamos a seguir contestando llamadas. Si tienen preguntas, díganoslas para hacerlas llegar a la ciudad o al condado. Good morning, buenos días.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Dígame.
It's a wonderful show, like always.
Thank you.
Everyone is doing such a good.
Yes, you are. Dígame. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
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 Such a good job, and the volunteers, and do you hear me?
Yes. Dígame.
Okay,
Hello.
and Commissioner Flores is doing such a great job, and I just want to have someone give me information. There's no dialysis. They haven't had dialysis, a lot of dialysis patients since Monday.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm desperate looking for gas, and I'm going to drive someone to Eagle Pass because she hasn't had dialysis since Monday, but I'm desperately looking for gas. If anyone knows, please give me a call at 775-9843. And I just need to let people know that we're here to volunteer, and anyone that needs to go to dialysis like I am. But I'm desperately looking for gas at the moment.
And ma'am, you know what? Man, you know, my compadre works at the dialysis centers here. I know one of his things says they were shut down because of no water.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something. I know they do then they do their little filtration thing there. Maybe that's something we can help them out with, or I'll get an answer for you guys. But yeah.
And you can also try to call a hospital. We did talk to the mayor, and he said that the hospital is trying to work something out. I know it is desperate because I think you have to have dialysis every 3 to 4 days.
Yep.
And it's getting close to that time. So, yes, if you need help, call.
Well, I did call the dialysis, sir, and the information that the receptionist gave me is that they don't even know if they're going to have anything today. But it was most likely they weren't, and that they were transferring and letting people know from Del Rio that Eagle Pass will accept them.
Okay.
And that's why I got this information, and people cannot go with another day without dialysis.
Yes, I know. I totally understand that. Okay, well, if anybody can help you with gas, call 775-9843, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. God bless.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, ahí escucharon si alguien tiene gasolina que le puede ayudar. Hay gente que tiene que ir, y sí, cierto, es gente que...
So I got a question. Do we not have gasoline in town?
That's a good question.
I mean, that's something, you know what, man, I wish Homer would have answered, because he usually would have known which gas stations
Good morning.
are out.
We got a phone call. Good morning, buenos días.
Good morning.
Yes.
I just want to know, is this Town Talk Live?
Yes, it is.
I want to know what's going on. Shouldn't they be rotating the lights so
Yes,
some
ma'am.
of us can get lights?
Yes.
I know in Mexico they're rotating it every
Yes.
4 hours.
Are you
Somebody
serious?
gets lights.
Wow.
Some of us have been over here in San Felipe for 4 days with no light.
Yeah.
We have kids. We don't have water. We have elderly.
That
Why
is-
haven't we gotten any water?
You know, that is...
Or light.
Or light. Yeah, that is something that we just spoke to the mayor about. And it's, you know, the rotating of the electricity is something that ERCOT does. Or ERCOT is doing, not even the AP is doing that. You know, ERCOT is a committee that controls the electricity here in Texas. Well, not all of Texas, most of Texas. And they're the ones that took the decision to rotate it. Now, I understand that the rotating procedure is not being done correctly. And that is because I've known not only San Felipe, I know from my sister lives on 7th Street, and she hasn't had any electricity since Sunday. You know, all her food already went bad.
Yeah, my house went bad too.
Yes. So I know it's something that's very important. The only thing that we could do is just, you know, I know the mayor and the county judge are doing their best to get all this information to, you know, the people that have to.
Oh, we know. We know Judge Owens always does his best. We thank you, Judge Owens, because he's always on top of everything.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, because some of us are over here. We have babies. We have kids and elderly, and we haven't had lights since Sunday.
Yes, I totally agree. And I know about the situation, but like we're saying, it's not his or
the mayor.
It's just something that's not controlled locally.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so difficult, and the frustration of the community is really starting to show.
Yeah.
You know, and it's. I mean, what do we expect?
What do we
you know?
expect?
But I mean, we're not the only city that's going through this, and it's just unfortunate, you know, that it's taking so long.
It's unfortunate that when it comes to these type of things, and I'm gonna leave it at this, ma'am, is there's people up in the higher ups, even that's not even the governor has control of this. Okay. He has expressed his very. I mean, I know he's going to put an investigation into that committee, the ERCOT, because they're not doing what they're supposed to. It's so sad that Acuña is doing what they're doing, right?
Okay.
But not us.
Yeah. Aquí también dice, for your information, the state is giving a list of those who need to be transported for dialysis today. That list will come to the state, and they will direct the city to transport 50 patients to Eagle Pass to get the dialysis. So I want to thank them for sending this information. So van a mandar a los pacientes que necesiten diálisis, le van a llegar una lista quién los necesita, y esa lista la van a mandar y la ciudad va a llevar a estos pacientes a Eagle Pass.
The city will provide. Okay.
Yes. So es lo que nos está diciendo ahorita. Señora, sí sabemos la frustración que está llevando. We know your frustration. Like we're saying, it's not anything local. It's actually ERCOT that's making these decisions, and they're not good decisions, because I totally agree that it needs to be rotated, or at least, like we were saying, leave everybody without energy in the morning.
Yep.
Right when it gets warmer.
Yeah.
And then put it all at night.
Yeah.
So everybody can have energy.
That way, it's all level playing field.
Exactly. Yeah. Not just one, but I wouldn't mind losing power here at the business to give it to somebody else. And we've been without power for about a day since Monday morning. We were without power till yesterday around 2 or 3. It came back. So I totally agree with what you're saying. It is frustrating, but there's nothing we can do here locally. Maybe call your senators and your state representatives to see what they can do. That would be our biggest suggestion there. I want to thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Es lo mismo, todos están desesperados de esto de la luz y del agua. Bueno, el agua ya están tratando, ya sabemos que tienen generadores, ya saben que están haciendo todo lo posible para solucionar el problema del agua. Sí. Ahorita nada más es llenar los tanques para que se puedan, pues imagínate el tanque vacío, un tanque no sé de cuántos galones sea, pero si mi alberca es de 15,000 galones, 15,000 gallons, y se tarda un chorro para llenar, ahora ese tanquezote, que deben de tener más pipas, ¿verdad? Pero bueno. Good morning, buenos días, you're on Town Talk.
Buenos días.
Dígame.
Estoy llamando tocante la luz. Ya tenemos toda la semana sin luz.
Ajá.
Y también estoy oyendo tocante de la gente que está enferma, que está en diálisis.
Sí.
No puedo creer que Del Río nunca está preparado para una cosa como esta. En Eagle Pass está el mayor en la rancherita anunciando que tiene 2 shelters abiertos. Ajá. Tiene comida caliente para la gente que no tiene para comer.
Ajá.
Y aquí nunca pueden hacer algo así, ¿no? Ahí andamos batallando toda la semana. Mi vecina tiene 4 niños y ahí anda con ella, los sube al carro y los abaja. No nomás ella, mucha gente aquí en San Felipe. Okay. Y batalla todo el tiempo cuando pasa una cosa así, ¿no? Nunca está preparado.
Sí, tiene toda la razón.
Ya es tiempo que hagan algo.
Okay. Bueno,
¿No
cuando vengan las siguientes elecciones
es cuando
hay que tomar ahí en consideración todo esto que nos está diciendo.
Entra sale ese, entra el otro, está en la misma fregadera. Nunca
sí.
batalla y batalla.
Y
tú lo sabes, ¿verdad?
Sí, lo entendemos.
Toda la semana ya tenemos. Ya estamos de la tercera edad nosotros. Nadie no ha venido que dice que los policías vienen a chequear. Esas son mentiras, porque aquí con nosotros no ha venido nadie.
Bueno, okay. Bueno, ¿es todo? Le agradezco su llamada y entiendo su frustración y sí la entiendo.
Estamos bien. No me estoy quejando, pero quejando de que nosotros estamos mal, pero sí, de que está frío, está muy frío y
se va
mañana
a poner más frío.
Ya está la gente batalla de todas maneras.
Si usted tiene algún tipo de complicaciones o está muy frío, dicen que en el Civic Center es donde puede ir.
Pues los shelters los cerraron.
No,
anunciaron que habían cerrado el shelter.
Nos acaban de avisar ahorita que está abierto.
Ya está abierto.
Tuvimos una entrevista con el mayor hace como una hora o más.
Sí, lo oí.
Bueno, y dijo que sí está abierto el Civic Center. Si usted necesita que ir ahí.
¿Y para qué está abierto?
Bueno, está abierto para la gente que necesite cualquier tipo de asistencia, y si usted, por decir, hay gente que necesita máquinas de oxígeno, si no tienen, puede ir también ahí porque ahí sí hay luz, para que puedan recibir los tratamientos de la
Hombre, están bárbaros. Ok.
Bueno, gracias. Bueno, nosotros nomás les damos la información que nos dan, ¿verdad? No se enoje con nosotros.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, don't shoot the messenger.
And this is what I gotta say before you answer the call is, let's put all that aside right now. There's going to be a time and place when we can discuss all that.
Yeah.
Let's just get through this. Just like Raul took it upon himself. Yeah. I know you have a lot of political views, but you say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to... we just need to get with our community first here.
Yeah. A ver, good morning, buenos días.
Memo.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ¿qué dice? ¿Cómo está?
Muy bien, sir, gracias. Yo, oye, bro, de esta situación que estamos pasando ahorita, como dice la señora, no puedes culpar a nadie, sir. ¿A quién puedes culpar?
Pues sí.
Bueno. Just Owen tampoco no lo puedes culpar. Pero no puede, bro.
No.
Mucha gente quiere culpar y no saben a quién culpar, ¿me entiendes?
Ya. No, sí
si dices tú que hay el civic center abierto, porque se vayan para allá y no necesitan averiguar, nomás vayan para allá y hagan lo que tienen que hacer. Y yo estoy contento, les pido, le doy gracias a Dios, yo tengo agua y luz. Ajá. Pero, yo miro que quieren culpar al pueblo y no pueden, bro. ¿A quién van a culpar?
Sí, tiene razón. Le agradezco la llamada. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Le agradezco su llamada.
Ándale. Okay,
tenemos otra llamada, vamos a contestar esa. Good morning, buenos días.
Sí, buenos días.
Dígame, buenos días.
Pregunta sobre la vacuna. A mí me toca el sábado 20.
No hay vacunas. Hablamos con el juez el día antier y nos comenta que no hay vacunas ahorita. Todo lo de las vacunas se ha suspendido hasta nuevo aviso, ¿verdad? Hasta que les avisen que va a haber vacunas. Ahorita lo que yo entendí es que no, o nos dio de información es que no hay vacunas para volver a dar. Así es que si usted tiene algún tipo de pregunta, 775-2313 es el mejor número para llamar. Ya sé que a veces no contestan ahí, pero deje un mensaje y se regresan con usted. Pero sí, no va a haber vacunas. Ahorita están con lo del agua, están con lo de la luz, y nos comentó que no hay nada de vacunas para ahorita, hasta nuevo aviso.
Muy bien. Otra pregunta así de voladita.
A ver, dígame.
¿La estufa la puedo usar como calentador?
No.
¿La estufa?
No.
No le recomendamos.
That's so, and I had the discussion. Ayer también una de las muchachas que trabaja con nosotros también me estaba preguntando que si estaba bien porque no tiene luz, no tiene agua. Y la mejor explicación que le la mejor explicación que le puede dar es como una lumbre adentro, ¿verdad? Se mira el humo, es carbon monoxide, ¿verdad? Lo mismo es con gas. Nada más porque no se mira el humo no quiere decir que no hay nada ahí, ¿verdad?
Le recomendamos que lo use para cocinar, lo use para calentar el agua y lo use en ratitos, pero no lo tenga toda la noche prendido porque si se apaga, o el monóxido de carbono también es algo que le puede producir, que fallezca, ¿verdad? Solo recomendamos que sí lo puede usar, pero en ratito nada más, y luego lo apague para cocinar, póngase a calentar agua, hace un café, y luego apáguelo, ¿verdad? Ahorita las recomendaciones es que todos se pongan en un cuarto y tratar de mantenerse lo más calientito solo en un cuarto, ¿verdad?
Ok, muchas gracias.
Ándele, que tenga buen día, hasta luego. Tenemos otra llamada. Good morning, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Dígame, buenos días.
Yo no me estoy llamando para decirle algo a toda la gente que está escuchando.
A ver, díganos.
Y ahora sí, al que le venga el saco, que se lo ponga.
A ver.
La gente está complain ahorita que porque no hay agua, no hay luz, no hay nada. No hay. Pero usted va a sus casas y tiene los almacenes al tope de comida. Pero van y las tiendas se arrasan con todo, que se les echa a perder la comida. Ese es número uno.
Sí, tiene toda
número
la razón.
Dos, se preparan cuando hay Black Friday, están lines haciendo shopping, especiales. Pero no se preparan para una cosa así. Ahora quieren que la ciudad le resuelva el problema. Cada casa tiene su responsabilidad de prepararse. Ya se había avisado. Ahora, ¿por qué están complain? Pero si fuera para irse al casino, de volada, juntan dinero para irse al casino. Pero ahorita quieren que todo mundo le resuelva los problemas.
Sí.
¿Por qué no se preparó a la gente?
Exactamente. Sí.
¿Por qué no se prepararon? Si ya sabían. Yo no tengo luz, yo no tengo nada y yo no me estoy quejando.
Así es.
Por favor, que entienda la gente, que use la cabeza. Para eso Dios nos dio la cabeza. Okay. Gracias.
Le agradezco la llamada y bueno, sí, tiene razón también. Hay que hacer lo mejor de lo que podemos ahorita, ¿verdad?
That's right.
Just do the best that we can right now.
That's like I said, Raul did. He said, hey, I'm going to do something.
They're also letting us know that, the whatever water you get is
Potable. Yeah. That means you cannot drink it.
You cannot drink it. Maybe if you boil it and all this good stuff, you should be able to.
You should be able to. Once you boil it, you should. I think you got to boil it for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you should, let it cool
down.
Let
it cool down, and then you can drink it. Yeah. That way, it is non-potable water, so just that's for your toilets and all that. Maybe to take a quick shower. Yo me eché un baño, pero de wipes en la mañana. Me wipeé todo. Wipes. Con puro wipes. That's all I can do. Good morning. Buenos días.
Buenos días. Yes, I wanted to know. We wanted to know, is there any plumbers that, they're willing to help people, in a reasonable price? Because, everybody, we're getting our water back, but our pipes are busting.
Yeah.
So we need some help. So if any plumbers out there, if maybe they could leave you their number.
Claro que sí. Ahorita hacemos la llamada a los plomeros que tengan o la gente que pueda ayudar. Que con precios razonables, ¿verdad? No ser bañados. Eso es lo que hemos visto ahora, que hay mucha gente que está aprovechándose de la situación y que a lo mejor quieren cobrar el doble o el triple y porque pues ahorita están, pero
sí,
no se debe hacer eso, ¿verdad?
And just so you know, there's a shortage of PVC right now.
There is.
That's what I wanted to mention. Even if, that'd be great to have plumbers in line. But you can't fix anything if there's no
Home Depot
material.
Está cerrado también.
Yeah, Home Depot, and I know that some people were looking for firewood. As a matter of fact, the first day it got cold, I went there, and there was already people buying PVC. They already knew it was coming.
Bueno, gracias señora, y sí, ahorita si nos llama alguien o nos da información, lo hacemos llegar al aire, ¿sí?
Bueno, muchas gracias.
De nada, hasta luego. Como decíamos también, la gente que tenga diálisis, ya recibieron la ciudad va a recibir una lista de la gente que la necesita. Y esa lista se le va a llamar y van a llevarlos, la ciudad los va a transportar a Eagle Pass para hacer el diálisis de este día, ¿verdad?
People missed us. Let's keep taking some phone calls here.
Let's go ahead and take phone calls, yeah.
We've been off the air for quite a...
Good morning, buenos días.
Buenos días, habla Eddie Mezcua.
How's it going, Mr. Eddie?
How are you?
Bien, pues aquí, I just wanted, inform y'all and inform Del Rio that, we're doing the best as restaurants. I can't talk for all restaurants, right? But I know they're probably having the same problems as we are. I just got notified that the food truck got jackknifed coming to Del Rio, so they're going to turn back around. So that's another reason why, we're not able to open up or give food away. I know yesterday, Skillets did 60 sandwiches out to some elderly people, and we're trying to do as much as we can, but without food, pues no podemos.
Yeah, si no tenemos el producto, ¿verdad?
So you're saying that the food supply truck, not only that supplies you guys there, but many other restaurants had an unfortunate accident on the road.
Correct. And so we're telling them to be careful as well.
Yeah.
Those drivers and the food distributors are doing everything they can. And I know that they're real frustrated. We're going, 48-hour plus without light, without electricity, without water. Pero, at this time is where, and I heard you say it earlier, come election time, we have to really, pinpoint to see who's going to do what.
Yeah.
But at this point,
we can't do anything.
Together, Del Rio, and try to do our best, help each other out. I've been seeing a lot of good people out there giving water, the roadside services, and anything they can do. So let's concentrate on that and move Del Rio forward.
Bueno,
yes, Mr. Eddie. Agradecerle. And also, you said Skillets is going to be open a little bit today with certain item menus, right?
We have a minimal menu because of the food that we have. But once we run out of that food that we have, we don't have any other food to give out.
Okay. Bueno, thank you for giving us a call and letting us know this great information que people need to get ready. A lo mejor por eso estaban todos desesperados ayer comprando todo en todos lados.
Yeah.
Pero bueno.
Sí. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mezcua. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
You too. Why don't you call him from your phone?
Sí.
And speakerphone. That way, because if we call him from here, he doesn't know the number.
Sí.
Vamos a hacerle.
Okay.
Digo, ¿no? Porque he'll probably answer you if it's my number or the station number, no contest.
Después no, who's that? Yeah, telemarketers.
Yeah, la luz.
They think it's a telemarketer. That's what happens, yeah.
So, si le hablas tú, así se va a... Vas a ver de quién está hablando. Pero aquí lo ponemos al aire. Pero sí, just people, be patient. I know it's hard.
There'll be a time. And this is, like I said earlier, the reason I got out there and started doing that is because I didn't see the end myself.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not like, I didn't say what in a couple of days.
Homer, morning, Homer.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Aquí andamos. You're live on Town Talk Live on the radio, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, along with myself, Memo, and Ranch Water Sanchez, Super Sanchez himself.
Super Sanchez.
All right. We're just over here filling up the tank for the generators. 1 gallon or 2 only for emergencies. Not filling up any cars. I'm not even filling the fuel.
No, I.
But yeah.
So you're saying that you're giving, is it free for the houses that have just a generator?
People that need like a generator emergency, just like a gallon or 2 would have enough for every house. We only have about 10 gallons, but a little gallon goes a long way.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you. So then you're saying that, and what is the number they can call you at, Homer?
830-765-5851.
Okay. All right, okay, Homer, I'll get with you when I'm done with the show, because I think we got a pretty good setup here for at 3 o'clock to try to give some water to some people, though.
Okay, we'll do that too. Sure. Everybody's trying to get a tank, and that way my brother also can transport water to the houses. People can't move. Just stay home and just don't panic. We'll do this together. You know what I mean? We just calm down, and if you don't have to be out in the streets, just stay home, because that's more gas you're wasting from the actual gas. You know?
Yep, that is true. Eso sí es cierto. Oye, Homer, you're driving. I know we got to go to another phone call. Have you seen which gas stations still have gas?
The one over here by Ram Country has gas, but the line is all the way probably by Walmart now.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
The petroleum's doing a good job. They got propane. The propane tank does a real good job,
Yeah. Picos has been doing a good job, so, bueno, okay.
Okay. All righty, Homer, I'll hit you up here again shortly.
Yeah, no, the stripes on 15's got fuel, but the lines are just outrageous. But,
okay. Bueno.
Just stay home.
Okay.
Don't panic.
Sounds good. Bueno, thank you. It's 11:11 here at Classic Hits. We're going to go ahead and take this call, and then we have another call. We got a call from our county judge. Ahorita le vamos a hablar. Good morning, buenos días.
Yes, I was wondering, are y'all going to be, or do you know the county's going to be giving some water today?
You know what? We just got a call from our county judge, and he's going to be providing that information in a couple of minutes. I don't know if you can stay tuned to the radio, or if you can on Facebook, or however, or if you can give us a call back in about 15 minutes as soon as we finish with him, and we can give you that information.
Okay, in about 15 minutes?
Yeah,
okay.
Around 15 minutes. Yes, thank you. We'll be mentioning it on the air also. So let me get this call on the air. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to sound rude to anybody. I'm just.
Yeah, like I said, first, and like I said, guys, the Civic Center is open. The Civic Center is open. Just a quick recap on what we are talking about. COVID vaccines kind of in, short in supply right now because of the logistics of it.
Right.
Not only that, but also Mr. Eddie Amesco updated us that food-wise, logistic trailers are having a hard time.
Yeah,
as
getting here.
We get the judge on the phone.
Yes. Ahora vamos a tener Mr. Judge Luis Owens. They're around?
Hey.
Good morning, Judge. ¿Cómo está? Buenos días.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm just playing.
Oh.
That was a good one.
Me asustó. Dije, ya descompuse algo aquí.
Está bien triste. Chihuahua.
Oye, Judge.
I'm going to try my best not to say a cuss word, pero está bien triste la cosa.
Ya sé. Oiga, Judge, people have been asking, we know you had a distribution yesterday. They're asking about that. Is there going to be another one of the cases of water?
That one right there, I can tell you that the school district helped some and then we had another company that helped, and it was one of those deals that it was spur of the moment.
Okay.
¿Verdad?
Uh-huh.
We did put some cases aside, some ballots aside because for the hospital, and then right now we gave some. We're distributing water. The city came by and they're going to help us distribute water. Again, this is a team effort.
Yeah.
They're distributing water right now to the nursing homes and the STAT and the UMC also. We've been, I guess we'll stick to the water first.
Okay.
The power, my understanding, is on at the San Felipe Springs and the water treatment plant.
Yes.
For water.
Okay.
Last night, I was out visiting with Wayne and people from the water department or the water distribution, because they hooked up a generator on the plant or on the tank there on Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to get water, just for the simple reason that, everything's dry or has very little water in it. But the pumps are on. My understanding is the pumps are on. There was generators that were ordered, and they're here. They came in last night.
Mm-hmm.
County went to go pick one of them up, and then Holt delivered 3 other ones.
Okay.
So they're here. In case the power does go down, they'll be able to hook them back up, and we'll have power for the springs and the water treatment plant.
Okay.
It's going to take a while before we get any type of pressure at all.
Yeah.
In our system, it just is what it is. I mean, it's been down so long that it's going to take a while. The other deal is, the power. I mean, it's not for the lack of trying. I mean, we've been on conversations with everybody. I mean, you name it, we've been on conversations with them. ERCOT, I hope I got that right, but I mean, we're at their mercy. We're sort of little puppets here. They're pulling whatever string they want to pull. We've had people that today, their lights were flickered a little bit and then they went off and they ain't had power. And then we've had people that have been off since this thing started. The question is, when are we going to get power? I wish I had a good answer, Guillermo. I mean, I just don't have a good answer other than I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it took, I will tell you that Roland had been on the phone with everybody he knew, and then he, sort of, Judge, you need to talk to this one, Judge, you need to talk to that one. And, Roland was on the phone, and, John Sheedy put together a list of what we thought was the most important areas, which would be the hospital, the water treatment plants, the springs. There was probably about 6-7 locations that was sent up. And then we got on the phone, can you just, if you're not going to turn anything else on, which we want everything turned on, but at least give us these. That way I'm not sitting there, running a generator and I can't keep diesel in it.
Yeah.
At the hospital, but Anthony Kusenberger, he stepped up. We want to thank him. I mean, they were when the generator was running at the hospital, he was checking it, coming by and checking it, make sure it was full of fuel or didn't run low. There's been just, a lot of people that, we're just going to have to send, big thank you letters and hugs and kisses to, because it's just, and I get it. The people are frustrated. I mean, my dad lives out in Valverde Park, and, he don't want to leave. He ain't had power, but, he don't want to leave. That's his house, and he ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
I've got other family members and friends, in other places. My daughter's out of power also at her house, and, it's just, it's frustrating. It's frustrating as all hell, Guillermo. I mean, because this is nothing that we control. There's nothing, that I can say or do, or, somebody you can go talk to and say, okay, it's going to be fixed, or we can fix it. But it's just, it's beyond our control. and no matter how many phone calls you do and how many people you talk to,
it's the same answer, correct?
and I was told this morning, y'all are in the same boat as everybody else. And like I tell them, I mean, I care for everybody else and I feel for them, but, what we're going through should not be acceptable. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know whether, because these people weren't prepared. And don't get me wrong, Guillermo, I get it. I get it that this is something that we've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And after we get past all that, how do we make sure that this don't happen again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it just blows my mind that the account that I got this morning, one of the phone calls I was on, well, there's almost 5 million in the state of Texas. Well, that doesn't help me. I got 50,000 people. I got 19,000 accounts, and I've got 12,000 accounts without power out of the 19,000. When you look at Uvalde, Eagle Pass, we're all in the same boat. But again, it's just not acceptable. But I can tell you the city, the county, you know, the commissioners, the council members, you know, everybody that's elected, everybody's been making phone calls to our representatives, you know, and it's just not getting done. You know, whether we're in the same boat with everybody else, you know, I really don't want to hear that. I just, you know, what can you do? You know, what can you do for us today?
Yeah. To alleviate at least some, you know, with the water problem. Yeah, that's something that I know a lot of people have been concerned about. But also the electricity.
The water.
Yeah.
I will tell you that the water right now, Tierra Largo, or something like that. Hell,
okay.
The city's got one of those tanks that has water in it, one of the big tanks.
Okay.
So at some point today, and John and Roland were fixing to have a meeting right now to figure out some type of distribution.
Okay.
You know, I don't know where that's going to be yet.
Okay.
I don't know whether we're going to be able to haul. The problem is, even if we've got drinking water, you can't haul it to other places and still say it's potable water. It's drinking water, right? Not because of depending on the container that we have.
Yeah.
And we don't have, you know, reality. So I don't know the logistics of this right now. I know that they'll be visiting here in a little bit. They were on their way to go to the OC Center to go visit. I just talked to John, and you know, they're going to try to figure out, you know, how to get this done. I will tell you that you know, last night, you know, I probably got home about a little past 2 or whatever, and you know, was down there watching Wayne put together the generator for the pumps here in Valverde Park.
Okay.
¿Verdad? You know, but everybody's working. I mean, what's hurting us right now is that everybody went to go fill up with fuel.
Y no hay fuel.
No hay fuel. I mean, you know, I've got a, you know, we're taking care of EMS. We're taking care of fire department, the sheriff's office. You know, sheriff office had their own tank, but EMS and everybody else, they don't have their own tanks, and you know, we're running low right now on fuel. We'll be able to get through it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we're going to use every gallon that we have at all the precincts to make sure that our EMS and our fire department, and like I told them a little while ago, we'll do EMS, fire department, you know, police, and jet trucks. The jet trucks are the ones that take care of the sewer lines.
Okay.
We'll take care of them. I think those are important.
Yeah.
¿Verdad? And did speak with Anthony a little while ago. He's going to try to get us more diesel. Get us at least another 300-400 gallons today in one tank, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I think Anthony's gonna try to get us another 1,000 gallons to another tank. So I'm putting him on the spot.
Okay.
Pero you know, we're, you know,
I know you guys.
It's one of those deals that.
I know you guys are doing an awesome job, especially you. You know, the city, the county. But it's something like you're saying. It's not something you can control. It's something that somebody else is controlling, and we're their puppets right now. You know.
No. And get them if we had the ability to fix it, just like the generators.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, we ain't got power. Well, let's go get generators.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, city started working through their purchasing office, and you know, my purchasing office found some too. But city said, we'll go get these over here, get this sent. So stuff that we could control, or that, you know, nice that we, you know, city, county can control. You know, we're trying to fix it. Yeah. This other stuff, we just at a loss. I mean, we don't have no control. We're at their mercy, and whatever. I'm gonna say one cuss word. Whatever the hell they want to do is, you know, we're just sitting here waiting for something. Yeah. I will tell you though that we spoke with a couple people here from AEP, and Joey and a couple other people, Rita, you know, and the people here. I mean, if they were told to go out, they'd be out there right now, you know, trying to turn stuff back on. But it's out of their control too.
Exactly.
You know, I'm thankful that we were able to get the hospital turned back on, and we were able to get and I say we. I mean, it's a joint effort. It's, you know, city, county, Roland, everybody. You know, I'm you know, we were able to get them, and they last night when we were on the phone with them about 11 o'clock, they said, you know, we put a hold on those to where, you know, we're not going to turn them off. You know, the way it stands right now. But the water, you know, even if it's all on, but it's just, you know, you figure how many linear feet and how many gallons it's going to take to get full again. Yeah. It's going to be a while.
Okay. So just people to be patient. Now another question I know, and we just had a caller about the vaccines. I know when we spoke at my house, you said that, you know, vaccines are on hold for right now. Is that correct? That's still the same?
Well, I don't know if they're on hold. I know that we're not getting none, but there's also a lot of people. We were on a conversation this past week at the beginning, or last week, And the two people that were helping us from the state, you know, to make sure that we had everything filled out right, going over everything with us. Well, you need to do this. All that's been done. You need to do this. That's been done. Everything that they told us we needed to do has been done. Dr. Palau and Roland, they've done it.
Okay.
You know, they've checked off all those boxes. But the two people that were on the conversation in their counties, they were even waiting for second doses.
Okay.
So, you know, and again, you know, the system, you know, it's just flawed. I mean, and again, we can't control it. I mean, we apply, you know, you apply for a vaccine, you apply to be a hub, you apply to be a provider, we applied to be a hub, you know, and again, and you look, you know, one of the hub in Dallas, the guy was on the call, and he's saying, you know, I thank you for everything y'all are doing, but I got 1,000 vaccines. You know, and he's a hub. He's a main distributor supposed to be in Dallas, and he got 1,000 vaccines for Dallas, for Dallas County.
Yeah.
¿Verdad?
Okay.
You know, and you know, you look at some, you know, you have other counties or whatever. Bexar County, I think, got 9,000, another 8,000, 7,000, but they're a population of what, 1.2, 1.3 million.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
You know, and we got 900 or 1,000, and you know, and I hate keep it's like a broken record. I will tell you though that we're making phone calls. We're trying. We've called everybody in the world again on the vaccine. You know, and Jesus, I mean, you know, there's no answer. And when you listen to them, hell, the system's broke. You know, and you know, the questions were, you know, well, how are you distributing? Like, what's the method? What's the plan? How do you figure who's going to get what? Now nobody's got an answer. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, well, and you're sitting there really frustrated. Well, at least come up with, you know, we're going to do it by tiers. But you'd figure that if they gave you the first dose, they'd have to take care of you on the second dose. And what scares me is that, you know, we were at 21 days that we can do it, and luckily, you know, they've done more research, and now we're at 42 days from the first dose. We're still within that window, ¿verdad? But again, you're making all the phone calls. You know, you're talking to, you know, Dish and your DSHS, and you're talking to all these people, and you listen. They have a conversation on Tuesdays and Thursdays with the mayors and county judges with the state. And everybody's, you know, the first thing you do is, okay, thank you so much for what you're doing, and then you let them have it because it's not enough.
Yeah.
¿Verdad? And the whole thing is, it's supply and demand. We got to deal. You know, I'm getting text messages right now. When are you going to do another water distribution? If I had it,
I'd do it.
We'd give it out.
Yeah.
We've asked HEB and Walmart. They said, well, you know, and they're trying. You know, both of them said, well, we can't. They're the drivers. Well, I'm sitting here right now as we speak in Precinct 3 Yard. I'm sitting here looking at 4 trailers that if they would tell us that they'd sell us water anywhere in the state of Texas,
We'd go pick it up.
We'd go pick it up. ¿Verdad? I mean, it wouldn't be a problem. We'd have all the trailers leaving Valverde County to go pick up water. But, well, no, it's not that. We just can't get it to you right now.
Yeah.
You know, well, make up your mind. Is it drivers? But I will tell you, they are working with us. You know, I want to thank HEB. They helped out yesterday a little bit, or helped out. So I want to thank them. You know, Janie and their staff. You know, we really do appreciate everything you do for our county. You know, and their thing is if they could, you know, if they could secure it for us, even if we had to go pick it up, we'd go pick it up. You know, it's just we can't get it, and you know, again, it's a broken record. We're all in the same boat, but it doesn't help us. You know, doesn't help.
Well, I think that those are the most important points we got right now. Anything else you'd like to let the people know?
Here in a little bit, as soon as John and Roland put a plan together, there will be a water distribution. I'm not going to tell you where yet because I'm not really. You know, I don't want to have a line and then.
Yes, we
know,
understand.
But I will tell you that Roland and John, our emergency management coordinators from both the city and the county, are working together right now to try to come up with a plan. As soon as I hear that, you know, where it's going to be for sure.
Okay.
And give people time to set up for individuals to show up.
Okay.
You know, I will tell you also that you know, I think you know. It's, and I say it all the time, it's amazing to see, you know, I work with an amazing group of people. I mean, it's unbelievable. You know, yesterday all the commissioners were running around getting stuff done, or their precincts, you know, their crews. You know, Commissioner Nettleton was filling up fire trucks out at his yard with his crew. You know, they helped us with the water distribution. Edgar there at the parks and building maintenance. You know, they handed out the water last night. You know, we left there late last night. You know, Juan Carlos Vasquez. You know, he was putting fuel in the generators for the nursing homes and hauling water for totes for the nursing homes, and then water also there at the creek. You know, we did the jail yesterday with diesel also. You know, it's just everybody. You know, and I know the city's doing the same thing, but I will tell you on my side, because I see it firsthand. It's amazing. You know, Commissioner Flores. I think they set up a pump yesterday there, and I think they might even be doing it again today there.
Yeah, they are.
Finnegas Creek.
Yeah, they are doing it today.
You know?
They're doing it at the pond. Yeah, at the pond. They're
Duck
doing it
pond,
there.
yeah.
The duck pond. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, he called this morning. They were going to go buy boots and waders or rubber pants for the guys because they got really wet. You know, Jesus. I mean, you know, again, I know the city's doing their part. I really do. But I'm seeing my stuff firsthand because I'm dealing, you know, I deal with the commissioners on an hourly basis, you know, and it's like you know, they call or their foremans will call, you know, what do we need? Or I've heard this, can we go get this? You know, we've hooked up here at the Precinct 2 yard. You know, we're going to do the diesel for the fire trucks and you know, anybody, the fire truck and stuff like that. The jet trucks here, we ain't got no power here, so we had to hook up generators.
Okay.
You know, but I mean, you know, I know that as a person, as a citizen, you're frustrated. It's like, you know, hell, I don't have any water. I don't have, don't have electricity. And you know, folks, I get it. But I will tell you that we're doing all the phone calls, and if it's something that we could literally fix ourselves, it would be fixed. And I say ourselves, I'm saying, you know, the elected officials, you know, and the crews that we have, if it's something that we could do and get it fixed, it would be fixed. But all this stuff is out of our control, ¿verdad?
Yes. Bueno, Judge, I appreciate it. There are people who are asking if they can sue ERCOT. I don't know. That's something that...
You know, and I need to be real careful because I was warned last night that I'm a judge, that I need to be real careful what I say about stuff like that. So I won't say it. So tomorrow I'll let the commissioner say it.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Bueno.
Okay.
Bueno, thank you, and I hope if you can keep us updated on that water distribution.
No,
that way
and as soon as I know that John and Roland are working on a deal right now. Roland gave me sort of what I needed to go do for the day.
Okay.
I don't know whether I work for Roland or Roland works for me, but it's all good.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
But either way.
Okay,
all
just
right?
keep us updated, and that way we can let our listeners know. They are asking.
We will. As soon as they put out a plan, we'll make sure that
it goes out.
I will tell people, you know, and not to create a damn panic, but you know, if you have your little cans or you know, some to put water in, you know, I'd start gathering it. You know, and again, I don't know if there's going to be a limit. I would imagine that if there is a water distribution and it's just water and not bottled water, it's going to be drinkable water, but it's not going to be bottled.
Okay.
So at that point,
take something clean.
You know, you will need to bring your own containers, and it's going to be a limit. I mean, we just can't keep. You know, you show up with a 55-gallon barrel, it's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure. You know, if it was up to me, it'd be a 5-10 gallon limit or something like that. But it won't be. It's not going to be. You're going to be able to show up in a with barrels.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Appreciate your call, Judge. God bless, and thank you for doing an awesome job.
All right. Well, my mother. One last thing. You know, if y'all, if y'all, believe in lighting candles or something like that, don't burn your house down. But prayer, I think, in this situation really helps a lot. So prende la velita.
Yes, exactly. Bueno, Judge, thank you. God bless. Be safe, and thank you. Bye-bye. It's already 11:33 here at Classic Hits. 11:33. Ya nos pasamos mucho, pero it's important information that he's given us. You know, he's given us information. You know, that they're going to do a water distribution. They'll let us know later on today of drinkable water.
Yep.
So there is going to be a limit on that. También.
Also, I was one of the guys at the fire department was just texting me. He found out that I was going to be filling up tanks over at the creek.
Yeah.
He said that they've got that area where we filled up yesterday, which is the Moore
Blocked off.
Park, where they have the barbecue pits. They're going to have it blocked off because they're actually hauling water from there and taking it to the hospital to keep them supplied. I know they were hauling water. I think they got some kind of like
the pump truck and then
like a radiator or something that they're helping to keep the hospital warm.
Okay.
So that, I mean, of course they are main priority, right?
Okay.
So
So
what
we'll
I'm
try
gonna
to
do.
find out some place, and we'll let them know. We'll do a live video from
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Once I find a place that we can do it. Also, he was telling me that if we could get somebody from the city to open up the access right there at the Hogan Park, so I can get the pump down there close to the creek, that would work too. So if anybody from the city,
Okay.
if
We'll
we
try
could
to get with the city.
if we could get permission,
Junior.
Yeah, I'll send a message.
We have somebody
out
on the
right now.
phone line. Good morning, buenos días.
Yeah, Garza.
Yes, sir.
One thing
Dígame.
that the judge didn't tell us, or I didn't hear. When they come, when they have this plan, when they make this plan on what they're going to do, how are they going to communicate it to the people? He did not say. And I think one of the best ways to communicate it is through your station.
Yes, we did.
Through
We
your
did.
station.
No, sí nos dijo ahorita que nos va a avisar él con tiempo para dejarles saber. We'll let you guys know through the radio. If we have to come here to the station and do maybe an interview through the phone, we'll do that, and we'll let you guys know. But yes, we'll do something like that.
Yeah, but we cannot wait till Friday next town talk to let us know.
No. I know a lot of people don't have Facebook, but we've been doing a lot of lives, of things that have been going on in the city. Why did we do it on Facebook? Because we didn't have electricity. We didn't have electricity till yesterday around 2. So that's why we were doing our Facebook. But as soon as we get information, I'll personally come here to the station if I'm not filling water. I will come down here, and if we do, we'll try to do a live interview, a Facebook Live, and let you guys know through there. But we'll do our best to come here to the station and get everybody informed. So yes, he.
Well, I think the city should. I think the city should pay you to keep somebody there all the time with this crisis right now, because we have an emergency.
And now we tried with the county, we tried with the city, and they said right now no hay dinero for that.
We're gonna do it.
There is money. There is money.
We're gonna do it
because
either or.
This is an emergency.
Yes, sir.
It's not about. It shouldn't be about money. It should be about doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And the city officials, they need to wake up, because people's lives are on the line.
Yeah.
We have people on dialysis.
Yes, sir.
We have elderly people that can't get around, and we cannot think about money. We should think about
welfare,
keeping people safe.
Yeah, the welfare of the people. Bueno, thank you for that, and we'll be here anyways. Como le digo, as soon as we get the information.
And if they don't do it, we need to look at next elections. We probably need to, if they don't think like that, we need to think, because they're there for us.
Yes, exactly.
They're there for us to keep us safe, and to help us. Because we live here in this city. And we should not think of. There's a lot of money for other things. Why shouldn't there be any money right now to keep your radio station going?
Yeah.
And keeping us informed.
And you know what? That is something that I'm gonna have to get on and buy a generator also here for the station. So whenever don't have electricity, we can keep running at least the basic. Not the whole building, but our transmitters, our console, and everything that we need basically here to keep everything running. We're gonna invest some money on that starting next month.
That is great if you can do that.
Yeah.
I know it's money out of your pocket.
Yes.
But if we have to make a collection.
No.
I'm willing to help, whatever, to keep your radio station, because you'd be surprised how many people depend on your radio station there, Mr. Garza.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You're a big asset to this community.
I hope the city and the county is hearing you, sir.
Situations like this,
and I'll leave it at that.
We depend on your radio station.
Yes. No se preocupe. We've always been here. We've always been here for our community. We're gonna try to do our best. We've always tried to do our best, to keep people informed, stay on the air. Esta vez sí nos agarró desprevenidos. We didn't think it was going to be that long.
I know it did.
But we're going to be ready for next time. So thank you for your call, and we'll be here. As soon as they let us know something, nosotros les vamos a informar a todos ustedes either through Facebook. I'll personally come down here to the station and announce it. do another probably hour live or half hour live program to keep you guys informed if you have any questions. But
Thank you very much.
Count with that. Yes, thank you, sir. 11:40 here at Classic Hits. 11:40. No necesitamos que nadie nos pague. Nosotros lo hacemos de gusto. Es más, si tengo que poner dinero, como Mr. Sánchez, I'm going to follow his example. If I have to do it for my own money, I'll do it for my own money. And we've been helping out. I mean, since COVID started, we've been doing live remotes. We try to inform the people of everything that's been happening.
We asked for a little bit of help from both of them.
Sí, pues no, ahorita lo que pasa is everything's focused on COVID. So we want that to happen too.
Right.
We can get help down the road if they want to help. Así lo dejamos a eso. Good morning, buenos días.
Yes, good idea. You all need a generator.
Yes, I know
really
we do.
Yeah,
yes,
and you shouldn't put it out of your own pockets. You should get the city to provide for that and put it on when emergencies go with this. Because I mentioned that way back when we didn't have any electricity. Mm-hmm. There was a blackout, and then there was nobody knowing what was going on. And then they called you back, says, hey, why don't you get a generator and just have it on emergencies? You go in there and you start the radio station going.
Yes.
But
that was a while back.
It's like, and it's like I said, well, where is it? I mean, why didn't they buy it? Why don't they have it ready?
Yeah, that was a bad on my part. Since we don't have this happen often, I guess we don't think of it as a necessity until we do. But that is something that they're not that expensive. We don't need a big generator. We just need a 220 volt
generator.
A 220 volt generator, because that's what our transmitter runs on. We can lower the power on that. That's no problem, because it might not be able to handle it. But that's something that's on my priority. I already have one in mind. Es más, ya lo estuve viendo ayer. Sí cuesta como $900, pero we need it. We need it, and we'll get that done. Thank you. Appreciate your call.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. 11:40 here at Classic Kids. Como les digo, el juez dijo que nos iba a mandar la información, solamente que la tengamos lista. Mandamos, voy, hacemos un live también. Les vamos a decir dónde vamos a estar distribuyendo agua. Ahorita voy a llegar a la casa a prepararla. Necesito que checar la pompa esa, se me hace que hace seco. Y get the boys out, que ayuden, que sirvan de algo, que se pongan a hacer algo, que vayan a ayudar a la comunidad.
Beto, Memo, there's your warning.
Ahorita van y me van a ayudar. Y la señora que haga unos taquitos para tener ahí, porque 3 horas de estar mojados va a estar difícil.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and answer this last
text message.
Yeah. Dice, hope they have enough cords. Yes. Bueno, they were asking if people needed oxygen machines, that they don't have electricity. Civic Center is a place to go. Yeah, Civic Center is a place to go if you need oxygen or any type of, for any medical condition. Good morning, this is KWMC. This is Rico Martinez. I will donate the first $100. Just call me for the generator. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rico Martinez. Thank you. Appreciate it. Man.
There you go. That helps.
Yeah, that helps.
And that shows a lot from our listeners.
Yeah.
I mean, we're honest. I mean, we did, and we have to be, because we both you know what we went asked the city for a little bit of advertising to get us going. Pero they said everything was going to COVID.
Yeah, we've been asking, we've been not asking free money.
No,
we've been asking for work money. For work money to what? To keep people informed. Not that it's not our responsibility, but for them to help us out. But
not only that, but it's an investment. I mean, even with me on my tools and my stuff, I have to weigh out to see the necessity, because if you buy a generator that's $1,000, $1,500, that $1,500 or whatever it might cost more or less, but that money is just sitting there for years and years and years until something like this happens. So like you said,
that's why we went back then when we did that. It didn't seem reasonable, but now. I mean, or maybe we can find a cheaper one. As long as it's 220, and I can tell you, we just need the transmitter, our audio rack, and our console. So
you let me know, because I got one at my shop. You can borrow.
Yes,
there you go.
Without energy, we'll go ahead and do that. Good morning, buenos días.
Hello.
Yes, dígame, buenos días.
Hi, I can barely hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
A little bit better.
Okay. Thank you. Dígame.
My name is Liliana Garcia. I am the clinic manager for Fresenius Dialysis Center here in Del Rio, Texas. How are you?
Good.
I'm calling because we're having patients calling us stating that this radio station is saying to patients to go to our Eagle Pass clinic for dialysis.
No. We got a text. This is the text that we got from the city of Del Rio. It says the state is giving a list of those who need to be transported to dialysis today. That will come, it's a list that'll come from the state, and they have been directed the city to transport 15 patients to Eagle Pass today. That's the message that we got from our city.
Okay, and who just states City of Del Rio, or is there a signature?
I think that's our contact, but
yes,
I can
contact at the
yeah
City
I
of Del
can I
Rio.
can give you that information
off the
air, you know, but that is coming from our contact that we have at the City of Del Rio. I know from
Is there a situation, or what are we doing wrong?
Well, we're trying to find out where this is coming from, because yes, we do have, we are sending patients, the ones that are most critically ill,
okay,
to Eagle Pass, to our sister clinic, but it's not just show up at any time. It is.
Oh, no. No, that's what they're saying.
Limited chairs that they
yes,
have.
that's what they're saying, that they got a list, and that the list, they'll be calling those people on that list to send those people over to Eagle Pass. We're not saying that anybody else can go. A lady did call, stating that she got an appointment. But I think she did it on her own to go to Eagle Pass to get the dialysis.
Yes.
We didn't say that information. The only one that we got was from our city liaison, and they did just give us that there's a list that the city's going to receive from the state, and then they're going to call those. They're going to call those people.
No, it's our water.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, that they're gonna send those people, but the city is gonna do the transportating for those people to Eagle Pass. So that's the information we put out. That's the information we got from the city of Del Rio. Okay. Appreciate it.
Alrighty. Yeah, because it's getting to the point where patients are calling over to Eagle Pass, and they don't have any more chairs.
Yes. No. We didn't say that they could go to Eagle Pass. The only thing that we said was this: that that the state is giving a list of those that need to be transported to dialysis today, and that the city is going to be taking them to Eagle Pass. Okay. That's what we said. Yes, ma'am. We didn't give any information of any.
Is there any way that you could send me a copy of that letter to my email?
Well, it's actually a text, and we can.
Yeah, we can. And like I said, or if you don't mind calling us, and you mind writing down a number, sure. and this is mine, personal one. It is 210 723 6064.
Okay.
And are you at the Fresenius by the hospital, or the one over there towards by the mall?
We're by the mall.
Okay. Now, are you guys allowing people to go there for dialysis? Because I know water that is your big thing. You guys do ozone. You guys do RO water and that's your process there with ozone. Are you guys getting water, or how is that?
At this time, we don't have any water.
Okay.
That's why we're having to divert some patients.
Okay.
We are planning to, if we need to, we will be dialyzing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If we're having to do that, we're trying our best to hopefully, as soon as we get water into this clinic, so we could start calling our patients in to come in and dialyze.
Okay. Now, can you guys take regular non-potable water, and with your systems that you guys have, use it, or no?
We would have to talk to our biomedical people.
Okay.
To find out about that. The thing is that we do use a lot of water to have to dialyze these patients.
Okay.
So and that's our biggest concern. Our biggest concern since all this started was how we were going to do this with our patients, because we know as us here at dialysis, we are the ones that try to keep them alive.
Okay.
And without it,
yeah, we've been on that call also, because we did have messages, asking us what they can do. We did ask that question to the city, and they said the best thing to do was call a hospital, and they were trying to get a plan together. They did send us out that message, but the only message that we said was that one, that there is people that are going to be transported, that they have a list, that the state's sending them, and those are going to be transported to Eagle Pass. But that's the only message. The other lady did call that she did it on her own.
Yeah, she did it on her own.
And that
so.
she's going by herself. But,
We'll provide you that information, and I'll definitely, if you reach out to me once my program is done, I'll definitely have a nice little talk there with you, ma'am, Ms. Liliana.
Yes, that would be great.
Yes.
Yeah, we're trying our best to get this going, and you know, our main focus since all this started was our patient care. Getting the patients the care that they need.
And let us know also, because we might be able to take a truck over there, or depending on how much water you need.
Get with your tech, see if you can take non-potable water.
Yeah.
We're organizing here between some great and gentlemen here, business owners. One of them here with us here to fill up a tank and distribute. If you guys can take that water and you have light, we'll definitely take it out there to you guys.
All right, I will bring it up to my higher up.
Okay, thank you. And we'll send you that information. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nosotros, sorry about that. We didn't want to start any confusion, but
right.
It's a lady
the information
called,
we get handed.
Yeah, the lady called, and then they sent us this information, and it was from our liaison there or public relations officer there from the city of Del Rio. That's lo que nos mandó. That it's a list. We wouldn't want to start it to cause a riot or anything like that. But it's a list. They're gonna have to go with the list that they have there. A ver, good morning, buenos días.
Hello, Elizabeth Partida with the Valverde Nurse Aid Training Program. We want to donate $100 for the generator.
You don't have to do that. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you. And you were with who? Excuse me.
With the Valverde Nurse Aid Training Program.
Valverde.
The CNA classes.
Wow.
We're school, and we want to donate $100.
Okay, well, appreciate it. We'll be getting with you guys, but I don't think it'll be necessary. I think we can do this. But I really appreciate your donation. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
If you need it, we have it.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll get with you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
That's what I love about our city.
That's a great gesture, man. Because you guys have a very big following, and you would be surprised how much critical information you guys give to the community.
We do our best. When we don't have electricity, we try to do all our Facebook lives and stuff like that to get everybody informed.
To get informed.
Even I know some other stations are off the air. Yeah. I know 96.3 is on the air. They're also doing their part.
Their part too.
I know some others don't have electricity, and we all, like you're saying, it's something that we need to look at if it's going to be viable. But I think at this time we do need it. If it's $1,000, $500, whatever, we'll put it in there. We'll put it in. And we'll get it everything. We do. That's something that my dad always had before. We never had the same problem here, but in Mexico, energy was always a problem. So he had two generators, one at the you could say at the studio, and then one at the tower site. And he did a system where you can turn it on from the bottom, from the studio. You just press a button, and it turn on.
Really?
And it turned the generator, and the generator is actually about a mile away. So we actually ran poles all the way to the generator, and then we did all that. The good thing about here is that you just come pull a wire. I was already even looking at how to do it. You just pull everything down. Put a input, so you won't get electricity coming back,
It's
and
not
then
like
just turn off.
move generator.
I know, right?
Turn off.
Yeah. So and like I said, I've got one. As long as we're not using for our family or whatever, you guys are more than welcome to borrow it.
No,
like you said,
I've you know what? I've got one. It's just not big enough. It's a 220, but it's a small 220. It's not.
220.
It's a small generator, and we have a 120, 110 that we use for our remotes. When we would go, but that's not going to be able to handle the 220. The load on this. But thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. All those
those two calls
saying
they believe in us, Memo.
Yeah, they believe in us.
And I have to say, yo lo voy a decir, aunque te enojes conmigo, when some people, and I know I told you and told your Jews that they don't believe in what we do.
They don't believe in KWMC. There are some people that don't believe in KWMC, that don't believe in our Facebook work that we're doing, and our radio. Pero we're here to prove them wrong. So aquí estamos y no nos vamos, como dicen. Good morning, buenos días.
Guillermo.
Yes, sir. Dígame.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Este es Samuel Limón de Limón Trucking.
Samuel Limón, yes, sir. Sí, dígame.
We would like to donate $200 for the generator.
There you go.
$200 for the generator. Okay.
Because I know a lot of
a lot of people depend on this radio station for information in the city.
We're here, sir.
Well, appreciate it, and this is even a bigger gesture, and I appreciate it. If we do need the money, we'll go ahead and contact you.
And let me Commissioner. Number, give me a text.
Okay.
830.
31. 313.
14.
Okay, what was that? You were cutting off again? 313.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Se está cortando. I think you're probably, the cell reception is something that we had problems with. If you're listening through the radio, just give me a call on my cell phone. I'm going to put it out there for you guys. It's 830-719-2987. I really appreciate all these gestures from all our community, all our businesses. Samuel Limon from Limon Trucking, he said he's donating $200. If we need that money, we'll be more than glad to accept it right now. I think it's my responsibility as a business owner to do this. But if I do need it, I'll be more than contacting. But Samuel Limon, thank you guys. Also, thank you, Mr. Sanchez, for helping with the generator. If we do need it, we're going to get on the ball with that, because if we do stay without energy, we'll do our best. Probably with 2 generators I could do it. Pero vemos, desconectamos y conectamos, a ver qué hacemos aquí. Pero thank you guys for these great hard work.
Commissioner Wardlaw, Memo.
Commissioner Wardlaw.
Otro 100 diciendo that we are crucial. Martin Wardlaw, another one.
$100.
And he said, Raul, he said, if you need help, wherever we find a place, to give him a call, and his crew will be there to help us out.
Wow, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things.
I don't think we only help we would need is just for them to set us up a place.
Yeah, that's really what I need is somebody. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate all the help. Again, I'm not an elected official. Yeah. I don't get paid for this. I'm doing it just because I help. I just want to help out a little bit.
Yeah.
But of course, these guys the commissioners, Mr. Flores, Wardlaw, Mr. Vasquez, all the guys, down there at the county, they're doing a great job. They're out there from the morning all the way to the evening. All I can do is I can go only as far as my little 13-year-old boy can
go,
run,
right? That's todo.
So, I mean...
I got an 18-1 and a 16-year-old one, so I'm going to take those to do something for our community today.
Yeah, but we'll let them know.
I can spread the word as much as I can.
We'll have to find a different, a different location. Like I said, I got information from one of my buddies over at fire department, and they do have that place barricaded where we were at yesterday, that little bridge on the Moore Park. So as soon as I find a place, I'll let Junior know or Memo know.
We'll definitely get there. And like I said, Martin Wardlaw, County Commissioner Precinct 1, said if we need help, he'll send some of his crews to give us a hand there.
Awesome.
With any manpower that we do need. And thank you, Mr. Wardlaw, for believing in Tom Talk Live, which, there's some people within there, and I won't disclose it, that say they don't believe in our Facebook. He says you can get it for free.
Yes.
Pero
no pasa nada,
no
Junior.
Pasa nada. But that did hurt me a lot, and it did.
Well, and it goes. It's just like even in my business, there's people say, well, I could get somebody else can come by cheaper, but like I always tell them, you get what you pay for.
Yeah. You get what you pay for.
Bueno, that's going to be it for us. It's already 11:56. We want to thank our sponsors. También no nos trajimos nada ahora.
Yeah, I'd like to thank them. You guys saw them throughout the program there. People, there was one here. Vamos a tomar llamadas.
Yeah, let's take this last call. Good morning, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Dígame, buenos días.
Nomás para decir que cuando la gente hace lo correcto,
sí,
Dios es lo que quiere y es lo que manda.
Exactamente, exactamente.
Sí, ustedes están haciendo lo correcto y Dios está tocando a los ángeles aquí en la tierra
para que nos ayuden.
Para que los ayude.
Así es.
Y ese es el mensaje que Dios le quiere dar a la gente.
Así es.
Pero la gente no mira eso.
Así es.
Y qué triste que la gente se enfoque en otras cosas y digan que por qué. Si solo Dios quiere que lo volteen a ver un solo momento y Él les va a contestar.
Y a veces
así como les está respondiendo a ustedes sin que ustedes pidan nada a cambio.
Sí.
Él se los está mandando porque Él sabe quién hace lo correcto.
Se lo agradezco.
Si toda la gente fuera así, este mundo sería tan diferente. Gracias, mijo. Que Dios te bendiga.
Gracias, que Dios la bendiga y muchas gracias. Sí, son bonitas palabras, sí, la verdad. Y lamentablemente a veces, hasta que pasan este tipo de situación, volteamos hacia arriba.
Hacia
siempre,
arriba.
Oye, ¿por qué? Oye, pero hay que hacer poquito de nuestra parte, eso vamos a hacer todo lo posible. Nos vamos a poner de acuerdo. Ahorita vamos a ir a sacar la perrona a la Beyoncé.
Sí,
vamos a ir a sacar la Beyoncé. Así le digo a mi troca porque es Duli. Y vamos a ir a sacar esa para echarle el de este y los tubos y tengo todo ahí. Lo vamos a hacer para ir a ayudar. A ver, a ver a cuánta gente podemos ayudar.
It'll be, above all, man, it's good, you know. It's fun, you know, teach my son some work ethic, you know, teach him to do the right thing, you know.
Also, like thank Robert Montes. He's going to be, wherever we set up, Raul, he said he's got those 2 vehicles ready for you to fill up to take throughout town.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, so I stand a lot of
Again, if we can get somebody from the city to give us permission to get down there somewhere, especially where they got a lock gate or something.
Yeah. Or maybe even a private property, because we know there's some private
Would that
property.
be Lions? Is that? No, Hogan is Lions. No part. Lions Club is right next to that one.
Let me see.
No nos podemos poner allá por el HEB.
I want it to be Lions Park. I think.
Oh, you know what?
Lions Park.
There's a little right there where the
Lions
yeah,
Park.
where
Lions
behind the Placita Brown, right? Where that little it's. Oh, I just roofed a house on that road.
Well, no, there's the one we're saying is a little bit further down by the HEB, no?
Oh, okay, yeah, where it's only it's a one way and skirts back.
Street, you can park there, y luego pueden pasar los carros.
Actually, you know what? That would be perfect because. But I'll let you know. I'm gonna go look at it.
You know where Wick is at?
Yeah, we just follow that street down.
Yeah, we just follow that
When
street
everybody
down.
takes that picture of where it falls down.
Yeah, where it falls down.
Where the water falls down there, right there.
Yeah.
Pues vemos ahí, a ver todavía a ver si no nos regañan los de la ciudad, que pienso que no, porque no estamos haciendo nada malo, no estamos haciendo dinero, pero es mejor recibir las bendiciones de ellos. Pero vamos a dejarlo así, nos vamos a ir. Si tenemos alguna otra información, como les digo, los vamos a hacer llegar. También les vamos a informar dónde vamos a estar, Mr. Raúl Sánchez y nosotros, para hacer esta distribución de agua. El día de hoy, más tarde, nos ponemos de acuerdo y lo hacemos y les hacemos llegar un video. Y si tenemos que venir a la radio, pues dejamos ahí tantito y nos venimos para acá para informarles también de la distribución que va a hacer el condado y la ciudad de agua potable, o sea, que pueden tomar. También nos vamos a hacer eso desde aquí de los estudios o donde estemos. Pero casi siempre preferimos hacerlo aquí porque hay mucha gente que no tiene Facebook, ¿verdad?
No tiene Facebook.
Así es que les agradecemos, ya son las 12 del mediodía. Ernest vino de Oquis, porque, bueno, no sé si se vaya a quedar, pero